Says we're live. It's gonna
Let's
take a
hope we
minute for
are.
it to go through. Oh. Yeah, it shows us. I think we're good. Let's check the
Good.
audio. Audio working? Come on, YouTube. Give me audio. Oh. Yeah, it shows us. I think we're good. All right, we're good. Yay. I got everything working right, I think, hopefully. Inshallah, knock on wood. Hey, SLH. You have to bear with us because it's new. Oh, whoops. Oh, man.
Oh, whoops.
Changing.
Oh, no, what's happened?
No, it's just I'm changing the zoom on my end, which changes it on OBS, which just makes everything different and wacky. So I'll just leave everything alone. I'm glad you can hear us, SLH. I hope that continues to be the case.
Yeah, I'm glad you can.
Now I can eat some of my lunch. Hallelujah. Got that tater salad. I should be grading papers today, but I'm not. What are you going to do?
No, you're not.
No, I'm not.
What are you going to do?
What are you going to do? All right, I can change my show notes. No, not that. That.
Blimey, that's sneezing, sneezy.
Who's that?
Me sneezing.
Oh, hey, someone's coming.
Sorry, am I late? Or am I
No, you're
No,
on.
you're
You're never late.
I thought it was top of the hour, not half past.
You're
Sorry.
fine. You're fine.
That's okay.
Oh, no, it is half
Don't
past.
you worry. It is half past.
Where's me? Ooh, where's my video? There it is.
There it is. All right, I need to change the transform on the video because we don't want it that transformed.
I cannot find a video for this game I played.
New camera, Stu.
No, I've moved it. So it's straight on, but I don't know whether that's better or worse. Who knows?
The more of you we can see, the better, of course.
Of course, of course. I cannot find this game. I cannot find it. Has nobody done this? Weird. And how are you anyway, Fraser?
Yeah, I'm all right, thanks. Yep. We got a couple of minutes before we start.
I think so, yeah.
Give me just 2 seconds. Just go grab a quick drink.
Oh, finally found it. God, that was hard to find. That was very hard to find. I better check if we've got any more of these now.
That's why nobody's answering me. We're doing Planet Crafter this week for Play My Game. Do we want to do Cheese Roller as suggested on the Discord by Real Kahuna?
We can do. I'm easy.
All right.
Cheese roller.
Cheese roller.
God, my face looks even redder in this. Honestly, I look like I've fucking got sunburnt.
Yep.
It's because, do you know why it is? It's because
We've got
The
sunburn.
laptop. No, the laptop screen's got a pink photograph on, so it's blasting pink light on my face. I don't know how.
Put a
Is there
black
any
one
way
on
to
there.
turn your lap? Is it what? What?
Just put a black
I don't know.
background.
I don't know how you do that. How do I do that?
You never customize your background on your laptop?
No, but I've got two screens, haven't I? So that's my second screen.
Wow. I don't think it makes sense
I
to
don't know how
start
you-
figuring out how to do different
I
screens.
don't know how you change the background. Oh shit, that's not right. Yeah, I'm not going to mess with it.
Let's not mess with it. You'll just be Mr. Redface this week.
I'm just going to be Mr. Pinkface. I
Mr.
could maybe
Pinkface.
close it halfway and see that's slightly better, isn't it?
Slightly.
I've just closed it. I've just
All right.
closed it a bit. You know
I'm
what
ready.
I mean?
Fraser's ready. Are we starting?
I think so.
You ready, Fraser?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. I like that. Yes,
Let's start
sir.
the motherfucking show, bitch.
Nobody ever calls me yes, sir.
Monsters come out and eat your penis.
Welcome yo to the veteran gamers. Juju, Ginny, other fellas will tell
Guard
you about
your
every
ears.
single game that we playing this week. News, reviews, and an indie pick. Stu story time and Chinny's game breakers. Here comes Duke with a soundbite savior.
Welcome, please. Enormous genitals.
It's the veteran
Leave
game.
me a wee in the bubble bath.
It's the veteran game.
Don't worry about getting to your point. I'm going to live forever.
Yeah, boy.
Pay no attention to that man behind the curtain.
Switch that console off before you have to press repeat, yo.
I just fell on my bottom into some butterscotch.
Hello and welcome to episode 821 of the Veteran Gamers Podcast.
Yay! 821! Welcome, everybody. I'm Duke.
I'm Stu.
And I am not Chinny, I'm Fraser.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
it's Fraser Moore. Welcome, Fraser Moore. We're glad to have you here.
I have an S at the end of my name there.
Right, Fraser Moore's.
Thank
Moses.
Fraser's Moore.
Very
Gotcha.
kind. Yes, thank you.
Yeah. Stu's, how you doing?
I'm all right. I
Where's
can't
Chinny's?
complain. Chinny's not here, is he? He's got COVID again.
Oh,
I
jeez.
can't believe.
What is
believe
going on
it.
in the UK? Everybody I
he's got
speak
a
to in
kid
the UK has got a cold right now.
Sucking up
Or
germs.
COVID.
COVID. Fucking COVID.
That's because y'all are taking Tylenol is why.
Just couldn't believe it. When he texted, I was like, you gotta be kidding. I mean, I feel
least he
for the
gave us
guy.
a
He's
few
had it-
hours.
he's had it- Yeah, he did. I mean, he's had that a few times now,
He
hasn't
has.
he? You know what I mean?
It's
It's
true.
like, oh,
I hope he feels better soon,
Yes.
Chinny. Rest up, be
this
well.
is trouble, man. It's doing the rounds again, isn't it? I mean,
Yeah.
it's constant, isn't it? It don't give up. Just keeps
Nope.
on diddling.
Yep.
It's a gift
I
that
say
keeps
so.
on giving.
do.
Wear a mask if you're
Yeah.
going out of the house.
Indeed, he do. Indeed, he do.
Ace H doesn't even
Um,
think she's seen you before, Fraser's.
No?
You've never seen Fraser.
I guess not. I
That
don't
can't
know.
be true.
There you go.
She
Hi,
just doesn't
SLH.
recognize him.
There you go.
Zippity bow.
So there you
Pretty
go.
well.
Yeah. So how is
Yeah, there you
everybody?
go.
Fraser, how you doing? What's new in
I'm
up
doing all-
north?
What's new up north? Not much. Same old, same old. We've still got some nice weather up here. Tail end. I guess we're getting a bit of an Indian summer. The fall fair is on in my town right
Oh,
now. I
nice.
could hear the tractor poles going, and
Awesome.
there's a demolition derby last night. I could hear from my bedroom window.
Sweet.
The lure of the redneck entertainment was
Yeah.
there. I nearly went up there this afternoon to go see some tractors in action.
Sure. Why
Right.
didn't you?
I couldn't be bothered.
I can watch cars crash into each other anytime.
That's right.
As in The
Yeah,
Simpsons when
why
they're
not?
like, get tickets to a NASCAR race, and Lisa's like, we got a full day of hiking, and Homer goes, we can go hiking anytime. This is our chance to see cars drive. So Anthony Stevens
Well-
says that Chinny got COVID at the snooker, and I don't know. What do we
It's
think?
probably true.
Yeah.
It's possibly true.
He went to the
Oh,
big
it's 'cause
snooker. He
were
was at
messing-
the champions something, right?
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he
I
sent
didn't
a
know this.
picture
I
of
wasn't
himself
aware.
at it.
Oh, well, that
It was on the
explains it,
Discord.
doesn't it? You know, you go to a fucking big public place where there's loads of frigging people indoors. Your foot
Super
Nice.
spreader event, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It is
Should've
fucking
worn a
super
mask.
spreader. Well, can I just say I am very excited.
Oh yeah, why are you
I'm
excited?
very excited because I will be seeing Susan in the flesh tomorrow.
Yay!
Yay!
Nice.
That's
Yep.
awesome.
So Susan's coming round, say hello, see how
Yay.
I am, and I'm making lunch.
Yay! What
So
are you
I'm
gonna
gonna
make?
make
Or is it a
something nice.
surprise?
Okay, it's a surprise. It's a surprise.
It's gonna be hot dogs
needless
with
to
like
say-
beans on top.
No, just to say, Susan is vegetarian, so there'll be no
Yeah.
meat involved.
That's right.
It's going to
Vegetarian
be
represent. What? I'm
less
eating a veggie burger right
meatless.
now.
Indeed.
Yeah.
But I've had an interesting week. I went for my checkup on my
Uh-huh.
pacemaker stroke defibrillator thing.
Health.
That's all I'm gonna play.
And there's good news and bad news and indifferent news.
In different news, you know
So,
what, Mr.
yeah, what do you
Five,
want
we can't be
first?
bothered to talk to you. Fuck off.
Yeah, what do you want to know first? The good,
The
bad,
bad
or the
news. Always start with the
indifferent?
bad news.
So the bad news is I'm fit enough to go back to work a week tomorrow.
I'm sorry. That sucks.
That's bad good news.
Yeah, that is
That's
good
good
news.
bad news. Bad good news.
It's not
whatever,
bad
right?
news.
Yeah.
Get back to
so-
work, you
so
bum.
that,
All right, what's the indifferent news?
You'll go back to work. You feel a sense of self-worth.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
You
great news.
contribute something to
Indeed,
society instead
indeed.
of just leeching off the dole.
Ah, get your nose out of the trough. Come on, get back in there.
Indeed. The indifferent news is that since I've had it put in, so after 4 weeks, 3 or 4 weeks,
Yep.
I've had 76,000 ectopic beats, so 76,000 additional beats that I shouldn't have.
So that's good or bad or not? It's neither. It's just
No,
it's just
no, that's
information.
it's indifferent.
Okay. I don't have a sound
because-
effect for indifferent. Actually, I guess I got this. Hang on a second. Yeah, here we go.
We said meh. M-E-H.
Because
Meh.
I mean, that's perfect, really.
It is
that
perfect,
one
yeah.
there.
because well, they don't really know what that means at the moment. They're sort of gonna. So
It
what?
could be good. It could be bad.
Meh.
So well, it couldn't be right. But before I had it in, I had a 24-hour tape where I had 22% ectopic burden. So I was presenting 22% too many heartbeats. So
Sure.
it's just which is about 18,000 a day.
Right.
So kind of a lot.
That is a lot.
So it could be better. You see, it might be better than that. We don't know.
Yeah.
So what they've done is when I went in, they've reset it. So they've reset it, and then they're going to
Sure.
do a remote reading on the 10th of October,
Okay.
like 3 or 4 weeks later, and do another count
Yeah.
and see whether it's more or less or around the same, and work out a new ectopic burden.
Sure.
And then they can decide whether because they put me on new pills as well. So I'm on new pills.
Ooh, are they red?
They
are
can
they green?
make a
Are they purple?
No, the pink.
Oh, pink
actually.
pills.
They are pink pills,
Yeah.
like a creamy color. So it
Ooh,
depends who
creamy.
makes them.
Okay.
Depends who makes them. Same
Yeah.
pill, different company.
I hope you're not taking Tylenol because that
Um,
causes autism, you know.
No, I'm taking Cavidolol.
Oh, that's a
Cavidolol,
good
it's
one.
called.
Cavidolol.
Apparently it's good for suppressing ectopic beats that
Well,
originate
I
in
hope
the
so. You better
ventricle.
have fewer next week.
Which
Every
is
time
what
you
I've
say ectopic beats, I just keep thinking about DJing.
got. Of course, that's what I like to hear, Fraser.
Uh,
So there you go. So I've just got to wait now and see what happens on the 10th of October when they review it and have another look and see exactly what it's doing at that point.
Yeah.
Just got to wait and see.
Can you harness any of these ectopic
Oh yeah,
beats?
there it is. Ectopic timers.
Yeah, well, I'm using it.
Yeah.
Using it when I'm DJing, Fraser. And can I just say, DJing on my newly fixed and fully serviced DDJ 800. So done.
Worth every quid.
Well, to be fair, right, I'm gonna be totally honest now.
Be totally honest. Don't hold back.
It's come back absolutely spotless, not a speck of dust.
I would hope
on it.
so.
I
You
mean,
paid 150 quid. It better come back spotless.
it
How
does. It
much?
does look.
You didn't hear this
Yeah,
last
well,
week? He spent over the
So-
ass in order to get every little thing fixed and no warranty. He's just hoping that it works.
No, just whoa.
The last thing
So-
I heard was that you were scared to blow compressed air into it, which I thought was a bit weird. You should have just done that.
I don't know. He said, well, whether he was telling the truth or not, but he said the optical sensor had failed. He said so it just wasn't working.
That's what I would say if I want
so
someone
we
to
have-
give me 150 quid.
Did he show you the one he took out?
No, he didn't. Funnily enough, well, there's a bit of a story there.
Oh boy, double
so-
stories.
So I arrived. I arranged with him to pick it up on Friday dinner time, so about midday.
In the
arrived
bathroom
at
at
midday.
Tesco.
Indeed. Phoned him and he's like, didn't answer for ages. And he finally answered. I'm like, I'm sat outside your house. I've come to pick me equipment up. And he was like, oh, I forgot all about that.
No, he said, "Who's this?"
I'll just,
Go away, bye.
I'm coming now. I'll be 5 minutes. It was 15 minutes when wherever the hell he'd come from.
Crazy.
I'll be 5 minutes. So I was like, oh, so sorry. I didn't put it in my calendar. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Let me just hurry up and fix it. He's just fiddling with pliers and shit.
Well, no, it's, as
It's-
far
I'll
as
just
I
go
can
get
tell-
it, and then in the background,
Oh,
you
it's
heard him
been done.
spraying compressed air.
Fuck, Susan, give me that thing.
But it's been from all the reviews for him. I mean, do you know what the amazing thing is when you look on his website, Fraser? Guess what the majority of repairs are for on DJ equipment? See if you can guess.
Fixing the thing that you're
Turntables.
supposed to fix last time.
No. Just think about it. So, what's the main cause of damage to DJ equipment when you're like doing the circuit clubbing?
Pints being spilled over the
Correct.
mixers.
Hey,
Nearly every other repair, because he does a lot of pictures of the internals, you know, this is whatever that I repaired, because nearly all of them are liquid damage.
or people
So
trying to
some
make
kept
out with
spilling
the
the
turntable
pipes.
because they're on ecstasy.
Yeah, on your equipment. But he does service turntables as well. It's not just controllers and stuff. He does service and fix everything. So but he's got a lot of good reviews, and like I say, it's come back and it's in perfect nick. He said if I have any issues at all, just give him a ring back and he'll sort it out.
After 30 minutes of waiting.
Yeah, well, yeah. But it was quick. I mean, I took it in. Well, it doesn't take long to blow air in, does it? I suppose. I took it in on the previous Tuesday or Wednesday, and it was ready by the following Tuesday. It was literally a week. But he said to me when I dropped it off, he's like, "Oh, do you need it back like quick? Because I can turn it around faster if you need it."
Got any gigs
he was-
coming up? Did he ask you?
Yeah. No, he didn't. Thankfully, I'll tell you what though, Fraser. Fuck me. In the meantime, I've got obviously a Mixstream Pro, a new mark which is standalone, uses Engine DJ, but you can also use it with Serato.
Was that the first one you bought?
No. I bought that's probably about the third, to be fair. To be fair, and this is probably the fourth on the DDJ. But I'd love this controller, and the cost. I mean, they're literally going for about £1,000. So 150 quid isn't a lot of money to get it up and running and fully serviced. Do you know what I mean? He actually said,
Yeah.
I said, was there a lot of, and he's like, no, mate. He said, it's in really good condition inside. He said, I've swapped all your switches anyway. He said, and obviously that should make sure they last a long time. He said, but no, he said, everything looks really good inside.
Nice.
Cool.
But then I'm not hammering it. I'm not going out gigging every week about 2-3 times a week, although I do mix every week. So I don't suppose there's a lot of difference.
Yeah.
Except
but
no
you-
one's
but-
filling a
But if
pint
you
on
go,
it.
if you know, every time you go to a party, or we had parties back in the day, like you were always worried about anybody else using your gear, right? Because you know they're going to hammer
Yeah.
the shit out of it. They don't care. So yeah, if you're
Yeah,
using it at
so
home,
none of that.
you're good.
But yeah, here's the thing though. Fuck me, I really didn't get on with Serato at all. I mean, that's what I used for the first 12, 18 months, when I started doing it. And
Yeah.
now it just doesn't, it seems really clunky compared to Record Box. I so much prefer Record Box. But I think part of that is that I've just got used to using it, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Rather than
you just get used to it. I mixed last
Yeah.
night, and I haven't used my controller really much at all for the last couple of years. And I did a mix last night on my controller, and it was so different from the other equipment. You
yeah,
forget
because
what
you've been
you get
using the
used to.
you got the CDJs, haven't you? So are you using them
Yeah.
nearly exclusively, are you?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. And it's not the CDJs that I've become smitten with. It's the mixer. So I bought an Allen and Heath mixer, and it's just night and day. It's
Right.
beautiful to use. So I'm absolutely head over heels with that setup.
Something
great.
happened and I'm head over
Yeah.
heels.
So what makes it different then? Why do you like it so much?
There's two of the main reasons I like it. One is that it's standalone, and I can just waltz up to it and I can be playing within 30 seconds. So it's all like
Okay.
just a standalone DJ set. There's no computers or anything like that. The use of the USBs between the CDJs is a little bit tiresome, but you just have to get on with it, right? It's no big deal.
Yeah.
It's what they did 10 years ago.
It is
And
old school.
yeah, and it's just so involved, much more involved. It's like playing with turntables back in the day, right? You got no safety nets, you got no sync buttons, you got, it's way more involved and I think a lot more fun. So
yeah, I mean, let's be honest, modern CDJs have all of that stuff, don't they? The newer ones, they don't.
Yeah.
It's
not to
old
take
days.
anything away from, but the scene's changed, right? With the controllers and the cue points and all the magical stuff you can do on them. Like the controllers are great. So the mix I did yesterday, I used the sync button, and I love using the sync button.
You can do the dishes while you're DJing.
Because I can go off and do other stuff, right? You got way more time to play around with your mixes and do your blends and stuff like that.
Yeah,
But
I think
it's a little bit more boring.
We will talk about video games.
Don't worry. It takes a little bit of the heart and soul out of it, I feel. For me, anyway.
It does, but I think you've also got to start. I think to make it more interesting, you've got to start doing the looping and all the other stuff, haven't you? All the more tricky stuff.
Just say it, Fraser. You're not a real man if you use the sync button. Come on.
No, I don't. No, it's fine. It's fine.
It's not. You really you should
no.
Get
hung up
okay, well,
it.
hands up here. Who thinks using the sync button is cheating?
Now, can I just say?
It's 2 against 1.
Can I just say? I use basic sync though, so I don't use the beat grid one. I just use the one for the BPM.
That's like when I write books. I just have AI do a little bit of the writing. Come on, I'm not.
I'm just
pulling
your leg. Honestly, I mean, beat matching is hard without sync. It's a tool.
But when you've got DJ software, it fucking tells you the BPM of each track anyway. So you're not.
You shouldn't use that either.
Sliding the fucking
Get that
sliders. Well, yeah, put a fucking piece of tea towel over the screen or something so you can't.
Or just have a mix ready made and plug a USB in.
The only time you're truly beat matching is when you're using vinyl and you really don't know the BPM of anything. With any sort of controller, any sort of CDJ, that information's in front of you. So apart from sliding the tempo up and down, you're not really beat matching by ear.
I will say, well, the CDJs I have, and it's true, I use some CDJ 2000s or 3000. I think they were 3000s, and the beat
newest,
and they were like up beat matching to the 0.10th of a beat, right? 10th of a BPM. Yeah. The ones I've got, they don't. They get you close, but you're still way off.
Yeah, so you still got to do a bit of tweaking, even if
so
you've got
I don't really
idea
a little bit of tweaking. But then I found with the controller last night, I was having to tweak anyways. Not everything is quantized well, Anyway.
Oh yeah, I mean, and the amount of times, that the actual analysis doesn't get it right anyway. So there is times when you've got a beat match anyway.
Yeah,
because it just doesn't get it right. It makes a fuck up of it.
Right, and that's what most people say. Right? They say that just having the ability to use it as a safety net, to have it as a safety net.
Yeah. The other good thing and the other useful thing about having sync is especially when you're going from different BPMs, you know what I mean, and you just want it to smoothly go, to change both decks at the same time, and it keeps it all together. Do you know what I mean? If you're going from, say, 128 to 122 or something like that, you
122,
don't...
you crazy.
Yeah.
There's always something to learn, though. Like, even if you're concentrating on... I found, even though I spent probably a good year with the CDJs concentrating on the beat matching, that was just, took so much of my concentration. And even once that started to get down pat, then you suddenly realize your attention can be focused on something else that you're shit at, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
There's so much stuff to keep going and keep getting better at.
I mean, I did a just over 4-hour mix for Chinny's birthday, even though I didn't attend it. I didn't even mix, but he wanted a bit of hip hop. He wanted some drum and bass. I did some soulful house, so quite a broad spectrum of stuff, you know what I mean? And one of the cleverest things I did, and I don't want to take too much credit, but
but you will.
The way I transitioned into the drum and bass was I got a drum and bass track, but also found a house version of it. So when I was doing the lower BPM house version stuff, and the soulful house, I went into that and then switched the drop. So when when the drop on the house version, and then obviously switched it to the drop on the drum and bass version, same song, but drum and bass. But it was a nice way of doing it. You know what I mean? I honestly think, people overcomplicate stuff. Do you know what I mean? To transition between stuff. They make it so complicated for themselves when you can do it just by doing that, switching a drop, and that actually works fine, and it sounds all right. And and it's quite cool as well because you notice there's a speed change, but you're not quite sure what's happened.
Yeah.
So yeah, and
Always something to
I think
learn.
sometimes, I always think that some of the simplest solutions are always the best. People
Sure.
try and we always fucking build ups and looping and tightening the loop and fucking moving the jog wheel to do it and all this fucking shit.
Yeah,
And fucking
fucking
brake
shit.
on it and echo and oh god.
Okay.
This conversation can serve no purpose anymore.
It's time we talk about video
Yeah.
games. Thank you for staying with us,
let's talk about
people.
video.
Here comes a
Yeah, sorry
discussion
about that.
of video. It's okay. I want y'all don't get a chance to geek out about this too much, so I don't want to be too
I know.
Where are you
pedantic,
going?
but
Story time's over,
I
isn't
am
it?
bored.
What you been playing?
What you been playing? What you been playing?
Fraser, you're first. Your guest.
Am I?
You got why not? I don't know. Stu,
Yeah.
what do you think?
Go
It's good because I just sitting there a minute ago. I thought I better remember the name of that game I've been
Go
playing.
ahead, hit me.
Yeah, what have you been playing?
I've been playing a game called Clover Pit,
Clover
which
Pit.
somebody had
Okay.
mentioned. Yeah,
Okay.
somebody mentioned this to me. I think it was Dave actually. Dave was talking about it on our somebody, my fellow host on my podcast, Seal Podcast, by the way, all one word. Look for sealpodcast.com, people. Yeah, Clover Pit. So my ears pricked up when Dave said it was a bit like Balatro. So people who listen to my podcast or know me
Oh, it's
know
your
that
podcast.
I went down a bit of a
I'm just
sure.
Go ahead.
Well, I'm the only one here, so yeah,
Yes.
yeah, it is. It's mine.
Right.
Yes, your podcast.
Yeah. Yeah, I went down a bit of a Balatro hole. I mean, I was all over Balatro like a cheap suit. I absolutely thought that was one of the best games I've played in years. And so somebody said Clover Pit was a bit like a Balatro. Was a bit like Balatro. We've had a lot of Balatro-esque clones over
There's
the past.
been a lot.
Oh,
This
yeah,
is
everyone
what happens,
wants
though.
to make a
Something
game
is
like
mega
Balatro.
popular and
It did very
everybody
well.
makes one, don't they?
It happens every time, right? Yeah, and there was one for roulette. I think we've had one for that ball drop thing. I don't know.
Sure.
I mean,
Peggle.
there's no end of them or whatever. This
Yeah,
one
there's
is
a
all based around.
Minesweeper Balatro clone. There's all
Oh,
sorts
is there?
of- Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. There's all sorts. So this one is based around. Well, in the UK they call them fruit machines. I guess in the US slot machines. And so and it's got like this Inscription-esque vibe as well. You know, that
Yeah.
sort of almost pixelated, dark, shaky sort of environment or whatever.
And there's
Yeah,
something
yeah,
more
a bit
going on than
gritty.
just
It's gritty and it's like
Oh.
overbearing and
Can't handle it.
I quite like that. It's all right. So yeah, this one, yeah, you have a slot machine. You're given the challenge. You've got to score X amount of let's call it dollars or whatever, credits.
Sure.
You know, it gives you, there's some tickets that are available, tickets you can use to buy modifiers, buffs. So like the Jokers you had in Balatro, this one you can get Lucky Charms. No, it's not the cereal before Duke says anything.
Hey, is it the
'cause you know
cereal?
that- There we go. Yeah, and they're all modifiers, buffs, and you're looking for synergies again. So when you pull, when you're pull the slot machine handle or whatever, you get cherries and bells and bars and chests and cauliflowers and all that crap that come
Yeah.
up. There's no cauliflowers, whatever they are, clovers, of course, Clover
Sure.
Pit. And all these things get modifiers. You can have things which like multiply what things are going to come up. Increase their percentage chance. There's all increase the values of anything. Then you can also increase the values of the multipliers, and then you've seen it all in Balatro, and this is what you get as well. And then there's there is somebody talking to you in that sort of Inscription way, somebody telling you that something's going on in the background, or if you don't give me this, you're going to die. Here's your next
you're
goal.
gonna die.
It's all right, it's all right. I approached my first game a little bit overconfidently. I thought, yeah, I'm a Balatro expert. I'm going to be all right at this. Now,
Yeah, I'm going to piss it.
yeah. I think I did okay the first few games. I was very methodical or whatever. But if you don't know what, if you're new to the game, you still have to spend a bit of time.
So have
getting
you
used to
can I ask if you
it.
played Buckshot Roulette?
Yes, we have played Buckshot. That's the one where there's 4 of you, right? And you pass You have like some things
You
in
can
front
play
of you.
multiplayer. I'd never played the multiplayer, but you basically have
We don't
to
have friends on this show.
work out whether it's a live round or a dud round, or
Oh,
whether you're
yeah,
going to get
yeah.
shot in the face
Yeah.
or not.
Yeah, so we had a few weeks of us
Did he
playing
mount?
that every Friday night. Where a few of us would get together and just have a game or two of that. That was all right. That was okay.
It's pretty good. I like Buckshot Roulette.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, just to say, by the way, the fruit machine in the UK was known as a one-arm bandit. Do you remember that name, one-arm bandit?
Yeah, they use that.
Well, I
in the
think that
US as
came
well.
from the US, right? So
I have no idea. All I knew them as a kid.
I'll
was
find
a
out where it
one-arm
came
bandit.
from.
You find out, Duke. Where does the term one-arm bandit come from?
Probably one of the most interesting things now that you mention that. I mean, you remember with the brouhaha with Balatro was that he was getting shut down on a lot of storefronts because they were calling, they were saying
gambling.
it was right. This one, as soon as you put your money in the fruit machine to start your run, you're basically the run where you're pulling the arm on the fruit machine. The little voice goes, "Let's go gambling." So I mean, I don't know what they plan on. I think this one they're just leaning into it nice and heavily.
Well, let's be honest. I mean, fruit machine. I mean, my mate. I when I was probably about 18, 19, I had a mate who was absolutely hooked on fruit machines, and his friend was as well. And he like thought nothing of like losing 50 quid on a fruit machine. I was just mortified. Because you know how stingy I am. I don't fucking waste.
Well, I had to break it to you, dude. There's people gambling all day, every day on their phones, man. I got students who are doing this fucking DraftKings and Prize Picks and Underdog and all this shit.
I'll be honest.
Look, I've seen that as well in my lifetime, you know. And if you know, I've played some fruit machines in my time, and I've known how they can just, you know. I'm not a big gambler. I'm not a big gambling fan, but I can tell you, I was playing this game yesterday, and my wife walked in, and there's me, you know, playing a fruit machine.
Yeah, she thought you was on some.
I mean, it's just a little part of me was. She didn't say anything, but there's a little part of me was just like, "This looks bad." I think
yeah, I feel a bit guilty.
It's just a video game. Yeah, that's what an addict would say.
Yeah, that's right.
I would argue this is probably closer to addictive gambling than Balatro is.
Because what do you do with the coins? What do you do with the tickets?
Addictive.
Like, what do you do with this stuff? You just get more multipliers and stuff?
So basically, every round, so you have 3 rounds to hit the target that he's given you.
Okay.
If you can hit the target in sooner, e.g., your synergies are working well and you're making a ton of money off the fruit machine, then you can pay off your debt quickly and get a load of more tickets. That's the bonus for finishing early. The more tickets you have, you can buy more charms or buffs and debuffs.
Gotcha. So you get out of debt.
So you know,
make money.
so there's a trade off. You know, you might be making your run might be so good you make so much money in the first round. Maybe you play the other 2 rounds to keep making more money. You know, I guess it's that trade because you used to be able to do that in Balatro as well, right? You could skip bosses for modifiers or whatever. Sure. But I'm still working it out, so I'm not 100% sure on what the best strats are.
According to the Wiktionary, the online free dictionary, it is originally a U.S. phrase, and there is a game on Steam called One Armed Bandit. So I don't know if it's anything like this one, but there is now a game. So
yeah. Anyway, the good thing about this is I think I'll still keep playing it. So it'd be one of the games in the last few months that I haven't bought and refunded straight away. So
yeah, that it has like kept your attention. By the way, I like the fact there's a broken toilet in the corner for you to have.
Oh, you can. Yeah, there's an achievement for going for using it.
Urinating. Because I say that because my wife hates the term piss. Oh. You know, because like take a piss and she's like, that just sounds so bad.
So if you use that term while you're around her, I guess you're in trouble.
Yeah, she hates it. You're in trouble. I am for sure.
See what I did there?
For sure. Yeah, I saw exactly what you did there. Yeah. It's a good joke.
I don't want to piss you off.
It's a joke. Ah, I see what you did there.
Pissing me
off.
Anyway.
Right. Anything else about Clover Time? Cloverfield, what is it?
It's not very expensive.
Okay.
I think it cost me like 11 Canadian dollars.
11 Canadian. That's right. We got 3 different currencies on this show.
Like
how are we supposed to keep up?
Jesus.
Well, how much was Shotgun Big Time?
Oh, that's not very much. That's only about 2 or 3 quid. If that.
All right. Well,
a super cheap.
But this is better than that, according to Fraser. I don't know.
It probably is. It probably is.
Buckshot Roulette is one of those games. It's funny to pull that game out when you've got a few of you are all on at the same time. Play a round or two. I don't think you're going to play Buckshot Roulette for hours on end. It's not.
No, there wasn't enough variety. You could probably play it for about an hour.
See, this game's
and
got
then after
mad
an hour,
variety,
it just got a bit repetitive. It got a
Yeah.
little bit repetitive because you're just doing the same stuff all the time. I suppose I should go because I have a lot more games. Than
Stu, I think
do,
you need to
so
go next.
I think I need to go.
I think you need to go.
I have finished another game this week, but
Oh
not
my
once.
God.
But I finished that game twice.
Atomfall?
Not once, but twice. Yes, I finished Atomfall twice.
Wow, that's amazing.
be-
You took 6 months to do it once, and then you did it again. In a
I
week.
know.
No, what game are you
I
talking
didn't
about?
actually do Atomfall. So it is Atomfall.
You are talking about Atomfall. Well, how did you finish
I am
Atomfall
talking-
twice? What are you talking about?
Because there's multiple endings.
Oh, like you loaded
Uh,
a save and then you finished it again.
Yeah, so I loaded a save at a certain point, which allowed me to pursue a different ending to the
Okay,
one I'd
okay.
already done.
I got you.
I could have done another one, but I'd had to do a bit more work, so I was like, I can't be
Fuck
arsed doing
that shit.
Yeah, fuck that shit. I wasn't that far from the end, to be fair. It did not take very much time at all. I needed to. The last thing I talked about, I'd gone to a prison to break out a doctor.
Okay.
When you break her out, you receive a power redirector, which allows you to change, like hack all the turrets and all that kind of stuff, which is kind of useful. But you only really get that towards the end of the game. You know what I mean? You could have done with that earlier in the game.
Yeah, but then it'd be too easy.
I guess. I could have kind of probably got, because I got that quest line quite early in the game, but just went off and did other stuff.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't have been strong enough to actually get it, because to break into the prison, which is in Skethamore, I think, an area of the map,
Yeah.
you've got to get past a shit ton of guards who are really hard. So you have to be quite well leveled up.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're just going to get fucked. You know what I mean? I mean,
Mm.
this game, it isn't massively difficult, but the enemies swarm you a lot.
Mm.
And they tend to have really decent weapons. But when I killed the guy near a base and got his like a stun button, and that was fucking great.
Yeah.
That was like two hits and they're down.
Take that, bitch.
So yeah, it's I really like this. I know it's only got sort of, well, it's about 70 on Metacritic. It's not like the most highly sort
Says
of
it's got
regarded
mixed or
game.
average reviews. I
Yeah.
mean, this by Rebellion, and I've always had I used to always have a soft spot for Rebellion from the Zombie Army days, and
Yeah.
and what was this? Strange Brigade was the other one they did, which was well received. So even though it has mixed or average reviews, I think sometimes people don't see what's the good in these games. So I guess that's my question to you, Stu. There's something more there, right? Or it passed me by, this one.
It's just fun to play. I really liked it. I mean, there's a lot of quirky characters, a lot of fairly interesting quests to do.
I think people approach these games from Rebellion like they're AAA titles, but they're not a AAA developer.
No,
they're like a single A
this is
developer,
like a B
right?
movie game. It's like
Yeah.
a B movie game.
Triple
for
B.
Sure. Yeah, triple B.
And the setting had a lot to do
but
with your
it's-
love for this. Would you if you love this 100%, would it be 100% or 80% if it was set in Brazil?
No, I think part of the charm is definitely the setting.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I do. I'm not quite
Yeah,
like
there's nothing
that.
wrong with that, yeah.
It's semi open world, I think I'd call it, because there's like 3 main areas that you can explore, and they are quite big.
Yeah.
And they're packed with stuff. So while it does a really good job of, they're not the biggest of areas, but there's a lot of variation with it, and they're all very different to each other.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? They're sort of quite individual, and I really like that about it.
Yeah.
And I like that they sort of made sure there's plenty of different ways to get around, because there's no fast travel in this game. So there's no way getting anywhere quick. You have to walk everywhere. But I like that, because you've got to explore. And you come across stuff that you might not see otherwise, and I like that too.
It's on Game
but
Pass.
there's yes, yeah. So this is on Game Pass.
You have no excuse.
So there's
not
like
to
a
play it.
full. No, you don't. There's like a full sewer system, so that's one way of getting from area to area. There's obviously the interchange, I think it's called, which is the main thing in the middle of the map, and that allows you to get from place to place. You can go through the village. So there's lots of shortcuts, but no fast travel. But I really like it.
But you don't need it.
I really enjoyed this game. No, and like the areas are big, but they're sort of small enough that it doesn't feel like a chore, say, going from one side to the other, one end to the other.
Yeah.
And like you're always finding something like a cave or a building you can explore. There's always something to sort of look around or keep your interest. I liked it. It's not. Is it going to be in a game of the year? Probably not. But is it going to be up there in my top 5? It might be. It might be.
Well, that's high praise.
Yeah, the ending wasn't brilliant. I did 2 of them, and I got what was the next to supposed best ending on the first time around, and it was all right. I mean, it was a bit weird. Like, it was almost a bit of an anticlimax. I'm not obviously going to say what happened, but the ending of the game is done through a series of still photographs, almost, like video game shots of what happened afterwards.
That's what they did on Fallout New Vegas. Is pictures of things.
Yeah,
and it's like, here's what happened.
Yeah, it's just pictures. Here's what happened to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, again,
exactly
if it's a
what it
smaller
was.
studio, I don't really mind that. So, it's okay.
No, it was all right. And then I did another one which was way less satisfying. And people have done, on Reddit, like, rank the endings or whatever.
Yeah.
And the second ending I did came in at about the second worst ending, the sort of least satisfying. And I would kind of agree.
Yeah.
And at that point, I was like, nah, I'm done. I'm not going to bother. I can't be bothered.
Even after my
going in
first
and
one,
doing
I'm like,
anymore.
you know what? I'm not going to bother going and replaying it. I'll just go on YouTube and watch all the endings.
Yeah, I did think about that, but then the fact that they're just all these still screens.
Yeah.
And when I looked on it, it described what each ending did anyway.
Yeah. It's not even worth watching the different endings, I guess.
No, it just wasn't. But do you know what they say? Sometimes it's not the end destination, but the journey to get there. And I thought the journey in this game was pretty good.
Cool.
I thought it was pretty good. So we'll definitely, it's on Game Pass. You've got Game Pass. I would definitely massively recommend you give it a go, because I really kind of liked it. It's good. It's quirky, and I like the setting.
Yeah, I think I'll check that out.
Yeah, it's definitely worth it.
Cool.
Are we going to you, Duke, now?
Yeah, why not? We can talk to me. I got things to say. I've been playing games.
Go on, what do you got to say?
Rocket League.
I saw your announcement, Duke, on the Discord, where you said, "I like to make an announcement that Rocket League is a fun game."
I was looking at the announcement section of our Discord, and I'm like, "What announcement could I post?" Hey,
I wanted to type a reply to that, and I mean this in my absolute sincerity. I was going to type, "That's really good to hear. I really like the fact that someone like me continues to play the same game day in, day out, and still finds enjoyment in it."
I totally enjoy it. It's funny. I was talking to students, and I guess we are talking about Rocket League. I just wanted to move on. But I had a student who's like, well, my dad has like 5,000 hours. And I'm like, I actually have more than that. And he's like, what?
Rookie.
Like, yeah. No, it's not necessarily rookie, but the season rewards, season 19 rewards, holy shit, what a bunch of shit. This was so infuriating. Yeah, these fucking season rewards, man. Holy shit. Yeah, it was crap. And the stuff that's in the season 20 season pass, garbage, man. Let me tell you what. But I had a few good games. I actually tanked earlier in the week. I had this one night where I just had all these terrible teammates, and I was not playing well either. Like, I'll be honest, every time, like, I was playing badly, and teammates would be like, what are you doing? And it's like, shut up, would you? So, they are mean, and I'm beating myself up. So it just becomes this downward spiral. And I landed in like Platinum 2, which, whatever. I'm not too ashamed by that, but it's frustrating because then you got to climb back up. But I am almost back to Diamond now.
You're no longer Diamond, though.
I was no longer Diamond for a little while, but I think I need like 1 or 2 more wins to get back to Diamond. And the thing is, at the start of the season, you have to get 10 wins at Bronze in order to get the Bronze reward. And then you need 10 wins at Silver, and then 10 wins at Gold, and then 10 wins at Platinum, and then you can get your 10 wins at Diamond, right? So it doesn't matter that I'm not Diamond right now, because I'm still getting my Gold wins. So it's all very stupid, and it doesn't matter, and who cares? And that's Rocket League.
Do you know what, Duke? I've got some advice.
What's your advice?
You need to suck less. I
do need to suck less. You're absolutely right. Thank you. Thank you for pointing that out, Stu.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's a game that I've been playing. It's you land in this drop ship. Hang on. It sounds like this other game, but it's not. Okay. You're on this alien planet. Hang on. It's not very hospitable to human life. Hang on. Wait. You gotta gather minerals. Hang on, wait.
Stop narrowing it down.
I know, right? It's not Planet
wait a
Crafter.
minute.
I know it sounds like Planet Crafter, but it's
Oh,
not.
I was gonna say you talking about the
know,
game,
right?
bitch?
No, it's Icarus.
That's what it sounds like.
I know, it's Icarus. Icarus is like, what if Rust was actually had a PvE mode? And
oh my God, you've got Fraser's interest now.
I know,
you mentioned
right?
the word rust.
Yeah. So
I don't know about that.
There's you gotta get a campfire going very quickly. You gotta find a weapon. There are wolves that will eat your face as soon as you land. They're just like, so you better hurry up and make a goddamn bow. The good news is there's sticks everywhere and there's fiber everywhere, so you can make a bow pretty quick. And then it's the usual thing. You're not actually punching trees, but you are gathering sticks and rocks, and then you make a pickaxe and you make a axe for the tree, whatever.
Yeah. Can I just say, I'm going to say this now. This looks absolutely nothing like Planet Crafter.
It's not, because it has but the fact that it's landing in even the drop shit. When I play Planet Crafter, I'm like, God, this is exactly like Icarus. But obviously the gameplay is completely different. The graphics are really good in this, and you'll be glad to know, Stu, the trees do fall over when you chop them
I've seen
down.
that. I've just seen that on screen. I was very happy to see that.
So here's the thing: the game is, there is an open world mode, but everyone says don't play it that way. Play it the original way, and the original way is with a series of missions. And so the first mission is basically a tutorial, and it's like, okay, make a campfire, chop wood, gather this much wood, gather this many sticks and stones and all the rest of it. Yeah, unlike in Rust, when you bang a stone, it just disappears when you're done banging on it. This one, like, parts of the big stone go away, and all, it's very impressive. You have to chop the tree up into logs and then chop the logs into wood planks and all that. So you make a little house, and you have to, I don't even remember what you do in the tutorial. It's like a certain amount of, it's just got mission things you got to do. And the tech tree is bonkers. Like, there's like 50 things in the tech tree, and then that's just tier 1. Tier 2 doesn't unlock until you're level 10. And that's the good news, is that your character is persistent. So you have to do all these different missions, but your character you don't have to unlock all the stuff you need to make every time, if that makes sense. So I did the tutorial mission, and I felt like, okay, I'm getting the hang of this. It's pretty cool. And then the second mission, it was like, all right, go here and do the target, like the target shooting range. Go to the target range. And I was like, all right. So I started out like, okay, I'm going to make my house. I'm going to set up a campfire. I'm going to go, just to be ready. And then I get to the target range, and it was a piece of piss. And I was like, well, shit. And it was like round over. I'm like, well, why did I bother getting the house set up, and you got to get a water filter and all this shit? Why did I do all that? It wasn't actually a piece of piss at first, because there's no indication what you're supposed to do. It just says complete the target practice, and there's targets over here, there's like red bears over there, and I'm like, I guess I'm supposed to shoot the red bears. And it gives you a gun in the tutorial. You're banging on shit with sticks and making a bow and arrow, and then this target range, they're like, here's a gun for you. I'm like, yeah. Now what? Fuck with me now, wolves. So the third mission, I was like, okay, I didn't need to set up a whole base, because I guess they're just taking you through, okay, targets, and now now it's mining. Okay, so they're gonna take me through mining, and they're like, go here and get the supplies. And I was like, oh sweet, I don't have to go through and get all my shit. So I go to the spot where the supply drop is, and it's got like carbon fiber pickaxes that'll last 1,000,000 years. I was like, yes, I got a really good tool. And then it's like, go to this area where the cave is, and then there's a dropship you can fill up with resources that you get from the cave. And I was like, all right, bet. So I go over to where the cave is. There's this big fucking red horse that starts eating my face. And I was like, and I didn't have a weapon except the pickaxe. So I'm like, get off me, get off me. Fucking dead. And I was like, shit, because that means I was going to respawn way back in where the original dropship is. And then I'm like, oh, I guess and it was like, you didn't make a bed, so you don't have a respawn point. We're just going to put you back at the starting point. I was like, God, well, not totally, because Yes?
I was going to say, do you know what I don't like about this game?
What don't you like about this game that you haven't played?
Right. you've supposedly landed on an alien planet.
Yes.
But it
There's
looks
wolves and horses.
nothing like. It's not an alien planet.
It's
what
not an
alien planet is this?
It's just it's
it's
similar
the
to
Earth.
Earth. It's a lot. It's Earth. It's just Earth. Except the horses are
I'm
red
just
and they're not
like,
called horses.
What's the point of a dropship when you're landing on a planet that's the Earth?
Yeah,
Maybe
it's
you've
a,
just come back
it's an
from space, I
exoplanet.
don't
It's
know.
yeah, exactly. You destroyed it. Damn you all to hell. It says the
Rust
end of the
had
game.
like-
red bears, didn't it?
They
Rust
did.
had
I
red
have
bears
to
and
wonder if
beds.
that's like a nod at like early Rust, because I did get
Irradiated
flashbacks of back in
birds.
the day.
I don't know.
Yeah. So anyway,
That's the only alien thing so far, isn't it? That the birds are red.
well, you look at the promo
the horse.
materials. There's big ass worms coming up out of the earth, and there are actual aliens eventually. But the early stages, I think, they just
Yes.
try to get you the wolves or whatnot. But it doesn't
it's
matter.
like
It's okay.
they got a ready-made texture pack, with
Yeah,
forests.
sure.
When was the last
and
time
rivers
anyone
and
got killed by a
lakes?
horse in a game?
Yeah,
I
really.
know. It's weird.
It's weird.
I
So
don't think
I
it is.
died. I went back to the starting point, the spawn in spot, and I was like, all right, I got to make a bed. And the problem with making a bed is you need a lot of fur, which is kind of stupid. You know what? I don't need fur for a bed if I'm on this alien planet. I could just sleep on the ground. You know what I mean? But in order to make
Bit
a
of straw,
spawn point,
bit of wooden straw.
the
you'd be
straw's
fine.
everywhere. I wouldn't mind straw. Fur, you got to kill wolves, you got to kill rabbits, and the rabbits are fast as shit. So I'm just like, come on. Why do I need all this fur? But nevertheless, I got it sorted and I got set up. Okay, so now I have a little house, so I'll respawn there if I die. But of course, along the way, I'm getting all this other stuff I need, meat and the water purifier, and I'm set up. So now I'm good. And you need to keep your oxygen going too, by the way. Fortunately, there's oxite, which is the stone that you eat, I guess. I don't know. It's just you have the stones and then you consume it, and that takes care of your oxygen a little bit.
So there's management
okay.
of your oxygen.
There's
all the way
management of
through this?
oxygen, water, and food. Food's easy because you kill animals, you cook it, you're fine. The water, you got to be careful. You can drink it, but then you get dysentery. And then the oxygen, you could eat it. You could eat the little rocks, but it's better if you make an oxidizer. So I made this little device that has a balloon in it, and you put the rocks in, and then you just breathe in from that machine, which is pretty nice. The building is very straightforward. It's very smooth. I like that. If you dismantle an item, you get all the resources back from it, so that's nice. It's not punishing you for putting something in the wrong spot. So I get to the drop spot with the cave, right? And I put my house near it, so I don't have to, run too far between those two. And it's like gather materials from the surface of the planet. I'm like, oh, I know where all these things are. So I'm getting the stone, bang, bang, bang. I get the, I don't remember what it was, silicon or something, bang, bang, bang. And then I get the other things. Okay, now it's set up. Okay, now go in the cave and get other stuff. And I go in the cave. I'm like, all right, cool, iron ore, bang, bang, bang. Zzz, fuck is that? Zzz, I'm getting stung by bees. What the fuck? God damn it. And you can't just wave stuff and get the bees to go away. You got to stab the bees with your knife. Like,
How
what?
big are these bees?
They're small, but there's like a swarm of them. So I guess if you stab the swarm in the right spot, then they scatter.
What the fuck?
It's so weird. Fortunately, I realized that there was a hive.
I'm not feeling this game.
Well, that's okay, because not everyone's good at these kinds of games. Oh, and by the way, when it rains, you got to get inside, or you're going to get exposure, and you could get sick and die. So
Acid
you better
rain.
build that house. Well, it's an alien planet. Of course it's not healthy to be out in the rain.
Oh, God.
That's the thing that's different about this planet.
Well,
Bees
the water's
can be
fine as long
stabbed.
as you purify
and
that acid water.
Yeah, exactly. Well, there is a rainwater purifier you can build. So,
Yeah.
So anyway,
Of course there is.
eventually I got into the cave, got all this stuff from that cave, and I was like, it's like we need titanium as well. I've been all over this cave. Ain't no fucking titanium here. What the fuck? So I look in the little quest log, and it says on the left side, real small print, and it goes, get the materials from the surrounding caves. And I was like, surrounding cave? Goddamn, there's a marker on the one cave. Now I got to go looking for other caves. And that's where I'm at, is to go find the other caves so I can get all the titanium.
Just single player?
It is. Well, it's either. You can, I'm doing it very well single player. I'm sure it would be more fun with, multiple people. I feel like it's kind of Valheim-ish, except it's sort of sci-fi and you're on a different, planet and stuff.
It's not that sci-fi though, is it? That's the
Well, it's
problem.
not that sci-fi, no. But, like I said, you will eventually make guns and shit. And I don't think you ever make those in Valheim, so.
I guess. They're just
Stu
a
doesn't
dime a
like it.
dozen, though.
He doesn't like
I
survival
just don't
games.
like this constant churning out of survival games that all look the fucking same as each other.
But that's the thing is that like,
It's just
they do
like
look the same.
cookie
You're not
cutter, isn't
wrong.
it?
They feel cookie cutter, but the difference is that they have different. Once you get going, then the question is then what, right? And in this game, again, there's like 50 different scenarios. So I'm only part of the way through the third
I
one,
guess.
and I haven't
But
really
it's
seen what
this-
the rest of them are like.
It's this constant copying. I mean, look, right? Okay, Balatro was huge.
This is the trend when any
And
game is
Fraser's-
successful. Yeah, people are going to come along and I'm going to do it this
Fraser's-
different direction.
Yeah. Fraser showed us obviously a new game tonight, but it's for me, that's different enough from Balatro to make it unique in its
Okay,
own way.
but what's
because it's
different enough from
completely
Atomfall from
different.
Fallout?
I think the setting is a big thing in that. I think everything else is very similar. And
Okay.
I can't.
And that's
say
not a
that's
problem.
Not true, but but you've got individual stories, haven't you?
Well,
that
I just
are
told you about a red horse that
that
killed me.
game.
That's different. That's a story.
I guess.
Excuse me, I'm
I
off to play
guess.
Call of Duty Black Ops 7.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
So, I mean, look, you're not wrong, Stu. And look, the
yeah.
reason I got this is because it had been on my radar for a while. People on the survival gaming Reddit are always talking about it. And I was just like curious. And then it showed up for like $7 on Steam. And I'm like, okay, you know what? $7. Like, come on.
You couldn't afford not to buy it.
Come on. I don't want to
Couldn't
lose
afford
money on
not
this
to.
shit. Yeah. So whatever. I'm having fun
Yeah.
with it. It may be that next week I'll be like, I'm bored with Icarus. But so far, I'm enjoying it. So, man.
Price of a
So
Yeah. I've got my $7 worth.
While we're on the Planet Crafting game, shall we talk about the Play My Game bitch? For
I
this
guess
week?
we should talk about it.
Can we go into it?
Assume you didn't play this yet. Fraser.
Yeah, bitch.
Play my game, bitch.
Yeah, it's got the Breaking Bad connection.
Yeah, bitch.
Yeah, bitch.
On that sound clip, Duke, I've noticed when I've listened to it, you can just hear you talking about Breaking Bad in the background.
Yeah, yeah. It's got that Breaking
Yeah,
Bad
just
feel to it.
faintly.
Yeah. That was
Oh, is
a
that what he said?
very
Yeah.
subtle little mix element that I put in there. Thank you for noticing.
Yeah. DJ ears,
Yeah.
mate.
Right. So on the Discord, who was it that said, "Oh, you gotta play this"? Was this?
I can't remember.
Oh man, I need to look in the version history because I
You've
wrote it
already-
down and then I
you've
destroyed
deleted
it. I deleted it.
You've
What's wrong with
deleted
me?
it.
All
from the
right,
show notes. So how-
Shawnee T.
How are we supposed to say?
Shawnee T. Calm down.
Well done.
Version history is your friend. Shawnee T said, "Hey, I love Planet Crafter. I would love to see the folks play it for Play My Game Bitch." And so, you know what? We are nothing if not responsive to the community. We love you,
We are.
community. And so, yeah, we played it. Fraser, I
Yeah,
guess
we did.
You probably didn't have a chance to play because we told you 10 minutes before air that we needed you to fill in for
Well,
Chili's
look, I'm
pump
gonna
gas.
own up. I did ask Stu earlier this morning. I said, "What's your Play My
did.
Game?
Oh,
What's the
interesting.
game?" And he told me,
Told
and then
him
I was
ages
like,
And you were
ago.
like, "Fuck that. I ain't playing
"Am I
that
going?
shit."
Am I going to?" I looked at it and I went, "I don't think I'm going to devote
He
an
played
hour of my
Hunt
time to talk
Showdown.
about it for 10 minutes." I don't know.
Hunt Showdown instead. That's what he's been fucking playing all day.
Sure.
I've seen.
We got things to kill.
Yeah. Right. I'm gonna be completely upfront.
Go ahead, be up
As
front.
Duke knows, this is not my kind of game.
No, it is not.
You know. No, it is not.
Now, to be fair, there's not a lot of
but-
survival aspects in this game.
No,
There's
apart
water,
from
there's
constantly
oxygen.
needing oxygen.
Yeah, but as soon
water,
as you go
food.
inside, your oxygen fills up. So it's not like you need to find oxygen.
Yeah.
Now you can
Well,
find oxygen.
I gave it a good shake.
Yeah, and
You know what I mean?
did you
I
enjoy
played
the shake?
I kind of enjoyed it up until the point where I couldn't figure out how to make food right because I needed a food thing, but I had to
Yeah.
get some weird points or
Right.
something.
So
But I got
the way
those
this,
by doing more plants that
Right.
produce oxygen. But
Right.
I only had one oxygen plant, so it wasn't
Right.
producing that much.
right. So the way this game works is the whole game is number go up. You have a terraforming index, top right corner of the screen. You can see you start with 0
Yeah.
TI, and then you place drills. And when I placed the first drill, I was like, because it takes you in tutorial, okay, place a drill. So I place a drill and it's powered by this little windmill thing. And I place a drill.
It doesn't
and I'm
tell
like,
you what it's doing though. What's it doing?
That's the thing. I place a drill and I'm like, okay, this is going to give me resources because you start out picking up shit off the ground. Blue is cobalt, gray is iron, white is ice. There's these ice blocks that are just, middle of this sun-scorched planet, but the ice is still in a big block. Okay,
and there's loads of stuff.
And there's loads of it. A lot of stuff. All over everywhere.
Looked like there was
titanium
there. Too bad you couldn't take the titanium over to your other game.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, too bad.
So but what the drill does is it releases gases in the earth, and that makes the pressure different on the planet. So you start going, and then you need heaters that will warm the planet up, and then you got the plant, the growing tubes where you put the plants in, and then that adds oxygen to the atmosphere. And then those three things combined will increase your TI.
Yeah, that's correct. I mean, I got up to, I unlocked quite a lot of stuff.
Yes, because you get better drills, you get solar panels. Yeah. Right.
I had better oxygen tanks. I had a better exoskeleton, so I could have more stuff equipped up.
That's right, because you had to switch them out at first. That's a pain in the ass.
For probably a good hour and a half. So I did play it.
Did you get up to 175,000 Ti? Did you get a blue sky?
No, did I fuck it? No, did I fuck us like? Did you?
Yeah. In fact, I got to it and I was like, I was expecting it to be like, congratulations, you reached the end of the prologue. You have a blue sky. Well done. Nothing. Just fucking nothing. It just went to 175 and then it just boop. And then it was like, okay, now what? And then when you get to 200,000.
Get back to work.
Yeah, exactly. You get to 200,000 and it's like, all right, this is the end of the prologue. You can keep playing, but it's not going to change the TI anymore.
Change anything.
Yeah.
Shawnee T is a husk bent over his PC. They're working him like a dog since 2021.
200,000, what is it? The Black Mirror episode where they're on the bikes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I liked.
What did you like?
I like the it's fairly simple.
It is.
Until
you need aluminum.
Even though, I needed, what is it? You have to have tritium or something.
Yeah, no, it's the ignatium or whatever, the red stuff in order to make the heaters.
Yeah, that was it. I knew there was some weird, and I had the other stuff, but where the hell do you get that from?
So I don't know how. Here's the thing. They don't really make clear when you start playing the game that you got to explore. Because at a certain point, you need things that are not lying around on the ground. But that's not the way it looks when you start playing. It feels like everything's on the ground, but it's not. I did a search. I just jumped right to Google. I ain't fucking around with exploring just randomly. So on this website, and it's not procedurally generated, thank God, because otherwise I would have been shit out of luck. So they say when you exit the pod the first time, take a right, go up the hill, and then look to the left. There will be sand coming off of this cliff, and you go toward where the sand's coming down, and there's a cave behind it, and that's where the igneous rock or whatever the fuck it is. So you get that, you can make the heaters, and there's also aluminum in that cave as well, which is handy because that'll get you started with some aluminum, and aluminum is really precious because there's some stuff you cannot make without aluminum.
I mean, it does. There is no tutorial, is there? I mean,
it's a very basic tutorial. It's very simplistic, yes.
You know what I mean? It's almost, like it expects you to know what you're doing with these games.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's possible that there's an actual tutorial in the game, but I think even in the real game, it's probably just the same as this prologue. So,
what I did like about it, though, I like the graphics. I thought it did definitely look like you're on an alien planet. You know what I mean? There's no doubt that you were somewhere weird. And I did like the systems. The way you build your pods is dead straightforward. You put a door on it, you're in.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? There was nothing too complex about it.
Agreed. I agree.
And I'm sure the people who, and I like that. And although this is a like and dislike, I mean, there's a finite amount of stuff, isn't there? You know what I mean?
There is, but at a certain point, more shit will be falling from space. So at a certain point, I was like, okay, I'm going to have to really travel to get, because I got all the iron from around my base area. And I was like, man, I'm going to have to hike.
No iron left.
I'm going to have to hike to go get more iron. Everything. And then I go to the sandy cave and I'm coming back and there's, and I'm like, what the fuck is that? And I go over to it and there's like iron there on the ground now. So it takes pity on you, I guess. Yeah. So it's like, okay, fair enough.
Well, that's kind of cool.
It is kinda
I
cool.
will give it a thumbs up. I'll give it a thumbs up, even though it isn't my kind of game, because I can see for the people who love these types of games, this is one of the better ones.
It is well made. And I stuck with it in a way I didn't expect to stick with it, to be honest. I was like, I'll play it a little bit.
Oh,
and then I'll
I
just be
was
like, whatever.
shocked.
Yeah. And the fact that I stuck with it until the end of the that usually doesn't happen, man. I didn't even finish the end of the lift. I'm still going to go back and do that, but whatever. Yeah, as Stu mentioned, you got to get the veggie growing tube thing, which is different from the food grower. So there's, oxygen creating tubes, and then there's the food grower later. But I don't know why this person's putting these supports underneath their thing. You don't need them. It's just aesthetics.
No, they just float in midair.
But it does look ridiculous when things are floating in midair. So I actually like the fact that you can put that underneath it. Anyway,
I was fine with it floating.
But with the
I
oxygen
didn't want to waste
tubes,
resources.
Yeah, I know. But there's a lot of iron around, so whatever. Who cares? There's you got to get seeds to put in the oxygen tubes, right? And those can only be found in the blue tubs that are lying around once in a while. Did you find any of those?
I got some because I only had one, but then I'm like, I've seen another one of them somewhere.
Yeah, right. So the more you
I
explore,
got to the point where I couldn't be bothered exploring anymore.
I don't blame you. And there's but sort of when you land in the little drop ship, there's a cliff in front of you, and like beyond that, there's like a spaceship that crashed. And there's also one kind of near the sandy cliff area that you go explore for the Ignatius Rock. So you do. If you take a look, you'll find, and these are spaceship, you got to have your flashlight mod installed. And it was a pain in the ass because I was like, okay, I made the deconstructing, doohickey, so you can deconstruct stuff, right? You can deconstruct those tubs so you don't keep checking them over and over. So I was deconstructing. I'm like, I'm not going to need that in the spaceship. So I left it at home, and then I put the flashlight, chip in. I go to the spaceship. I got the flashlight chip. I'm looking around. And it's like, ooh, there's some blue tubs. And it's like some shit in the way. And it's like, you got to deconstruct this to get to it. I was like, God damn it. So I had to run back in order to get my deconstruction chip. And of course, I'm almost out of oxygen. So I'm like racing as fast as I can to get back.
The other thing I couldn't do, and I don't know whether this was my fault or I just didn't do it right. You have to set up the the terraforming screen and the blueprint screen and all this stuff. Yeah. So I put a desk. Yeah. But it wouldn't go the right size to sit on the desk.
Well, one of them is really big, so you put it on the wall, and then the others are smaller. You put them on the ground.
I couldn't get it on the wall either. It was just red all the time. Every time I tried to put it somewhere, it was just red.
Things, but
I don't know. I mean,
it is kind of a pain that there should be something on the wall that's like attached screen here or something. That would be nice.
Yeah.
But it only took me
I mean,
minutes.
I got the blueprint screen set up on the desk, no problems. But the big terraforming screen,
that one has to be on the wall, and it's possible that
set up.
Here's the thing: it's very finicky about collisions. So, like, I couldn't at a certain point, I couldn't put more rooms on my base on the back because it was apparently colliding with something, and I couldn't figure out what it was. I took the drills out, I took the windmills that were in the area, and it still wouldn't let me connect it. It was all red. I'm like, what the fuck? So I put it in the front, and it let me do that. And then you stack them on top, and you get the ladder, and it's like, okay, fine, I can build as high as I want to go. But it was annoying that I couldn't go back. So the fact that it's very picky about what's colliding with what, and it doesn't give you any indication of like, that's probably what you had with the screen is like, So,
I just couldn't get it to go anywhere.
That's annoying.
I tried walls, floor, I don't know, desk.
The other thing that's real annoying is that like you'll have you're trying to make a drill or something, and you need iron and titanium and magnesium or whatever the fuck it is, right? You have to kind of remember it or just jot it down because in a lot of games like this, you can pin the recipe so that it'll appear on your screen. And you'll be like, okay, so this, and then it'll give you check marks. That should have this on this screen, especially when you get to the more sophisticated ones where you need the super alloy and you need the magnesium rods and you need this. And it's like, let me keep track of it without having to write stuff down.
You can look at the stuff that's attached to your suit that you can craft, but not the stuff that you need the crafting tube or whatever it is to make.
Right. The other thing I would say
I thought it was overall pretty good.
Yeah, the other thing I'll say is, especially toward the end of the prologue, when you're getting up there, and at a certain point, like it's nice because in the same way with like Factorio or Shapes with a Z, you're putting stuff in and its number go up, right? So once you get the number moving quickly, it's like, okay, I can go build another drill, but there's really no point. I mean, if it weren't the end of the prologue, I might build another one because then you're going to keep, terraforming. But at a certain point, it's just like, I'm just going to sit here and watch these numbers go up. And that's what I did for the last, when it got to like 85%, I was like, because one of the screens will tell you what percentage you're at. And I was just like, I'm just going to sit here and watch it. And the sky goes from orange to blue. And so you have, like a purple sky and it gets like pink and whatever. So I'm like, that's pretty cool, man. I'm watching
so you
it
have
happen,
these
baby.
graduation.
Yeah, and eventually you'll get, from what I've seen, you end up with grass, forest, tree. You actually do terraform the whole place, which is pretty funky.
I mean, Sean's saying you can pin recipes later.
Well, you know what? They should have let us do that in the prologue, man. But that's a good thing to know, Sean. Thank you. Here's the other thing. And I saw it. Okay, so when I got to 200,000, it was like, this is unlocked. And it was like a jetpack. And I was like, oh, thank God,
right, okay.
because I got so sick of running back and forth. Even though there's like robot legs you can put on so you move 20% faster or whatever, still I was like, give me a vehicle, man. There is no reason not to have a vehicle in this. I don't want to run back and forth to the fucking sand cave all the time. So if there's jetpacks, okay, that's pretty cool. I see myself getting it. I'm big thumbs up on the prologue. If it comes to like, I'm a cheapskate, right? And there's so many other games. There's no reason for me to buy this now.
Have you put it on your wish list?
Yeah, it's on my wish list. $10. I'll swipe it. Especially because I can keep playing.
Bite.
I'll bite.
Yeah.
So, it's cool.
I thought it was pretty good, but it's not something I'd probably buy.
Yeah, well.
But I did like it.
Stu can't figure out how to place a screen, so he's not buying it.
No, I gave up at that point. I was like, fuck it, I'm done.
Well, Fraser, based on what you've seen, is this your type of thing? You think you would play this? You think you would like it?
Again, it's not for me to say it's a good game or it's a bad game. The problem is
that's what we do here. What the fuck are you doing here if it's not your place to say?
Yeah, what is wrong with you?
No, I mean, it looks all right to me. It does look all right to me.
Yeah, so that's a thumbs up.
It's just the time sink. That's my biggest problem these days is the time sink. Right?
Do you have love for these number go up games? Because I'll play Factorio, I'll play Shapes. Like that's what it's all about. Is like just watching the thing work and just seeing the numbers go up, man. Look, I'm here for that.
I'm probably like you, Duke. I think I'm very similar to you in the same way. Like you and I both have our games where we have to keep playing it. Yeah, we love the competitive side of it. Yeah. We love the fact you have to keep your ore in to stay semi decent because we're our old ass people now. Yeah.
And indeed we are.
And then I have, and I still have no idea then what kind of secondary game is going to catch. Like I've been caught by things I would never think I would get caught by. And then I'm just obsessed by them. I've been obsessed by Lego games and collecting 100,000 gold bricks. I've been obsessed with Balatro. I've been obsessed with Blueprints. I mean, so possibly, I just the right place, right time.
Rust.
Yeah. Who knows? Rust was a problem. Please stop mentioning Rust. That game was pure, unadulterated evil in a program. That was terrible. It was great. The worst, best gaming experience I've ever had.
No doubt. So 2 thumbs up for Planet Crafter. Thank you for recommending it. Was that Sean? Is that the same person who is on
it is Sean's in the chat, so thank you, Sean, for the recommendation.
And next week we're gonna
different stuff as well.
Yeah, it's good to have what the community thinks. Real Kahuna in the Discord said we should play the Cheese Roller game, which is free.
He's been trying to get everyone to play that game.
Well, it's going to work on us. So everyone out there listening, please.
These guys will play anything, Neil.
We will play anything pretty much.
It looks totally ridiculous.
It does look ridiculous. I can't see this being a very good game, but it'll be fun and silly. So, yeah. All right. Sean said later in the game, it's kind of like Factorio. You unlock drones and you program to pick up and deliver your hard work. That's fine, but programming, I've reached a point where I kind of don't love programming stuff in games. It depends on how intuitive the programming is, but...
Wait, I mean, there was some of it. Was it Space Engineers or whatever? Like the level of programming. I think Dave was literally programming the binary language of moisture evaporators or something, right? It was just crazy stuff.
Just a minute. Let me get this straight, right? So you played a shit ton of Factorio, which is all.
Yeah, but you don't have to program things in Factorio. You're laying out the conveyor belts, but you don't have to tell the robot. I mean, you sort of do have to tell the robots, go here, do that. But it's really not. That's not a very big part of the game.
Yeah. Anyway. But I don't think that'd be a big part of this game either. But I
expect it probably. Yeah, by the time I get to that, I'll be like, oh, drones, okay.
Drones to do the work. I don't need to do the work anymore.
Sure.
Sean says not to program. No, it's not programming, just organizing.
Okay. Fair enough. All right, you
Yeah,
got
I
more,
think you'd be fine
Stu?
with that.
You got other games?
I have.
Or are
Have
we
you got
moving on?
anything else?
No,
Fraser?
I'm good. Oh,
Have you got
Fraser,
anything
something else?
No, nothing unless you want me to
No.
talk about Hunt, which I do every time I talk.
No, that's fine.
Nothing new to say.
Uh,
Moving on.
I'm gonna talk about the biggest release of this week because fuck me, I like a shiny new object, as you guys know.
Stardew Valley.
Indeed, Stardew
That's a
Valley.
big release
I
this
couldn't
week.
Resist.
Yeah.
The big release this week is Silent Hill F.
Hell F. I don't
So
know
I
anything
was
about
like,
this.
You know what?
Have you played this, Fraser? Do you know about it?
No.
Okay.
I doubt
No
it. It only
and
came
no.
out this week. Came out this week. So basically, it's the first new Silent Hill game for a long time.
Yeah.
So it's not a remake. It's not a sort of an old game that they've, given it a shiny new
So what's
coat
the
of
F
paint.
stand for? What's this? F is for fuck you?
I have
Fresh.
absolutely
Fresh.
no clue.
For 2025, you suckers.
No clue. But this game, you play as a schoolgirl.
Ah.
Okay.
I'm in.
I'm going to get it out there.
But she's wearing clothes. You can't see her ass, so that's very mature from a Japanese game.
She is dressed as a schoolgirl. It is
Well, there's schoolgirls and then there's
scantily clad
schoolgirls.
schoolgirl.
It's not a scantily clad
But
schoolgirl.
she does have a very traditionally stereotyped
long sleeves,
sailor's uniform.
skirt to her
sailor's
knees.
uniform.
Yeah, right.
But you can choose at the beginning whether you want it to be white or blue.
Okay.
A
A lot of character customization there. Okay.
Yeah. I'll go with the white one.
Sure.
And what is a bit odd about this game, there's only 2 settings
Okay.
for difficulty.
Fun and not fun.
It is kind of that. There's story and hard.
Okay.
Story mode and hard mode.
Okay.
And the same for the puzzles. So the puzzles are story mode or hard mode.
All right.
And being old, I picked story mode for both of these settings.
Sure.
Because I was like, yeah,
I'm
fuck
trying to
this.
fuck
I
around
ain't
all
doing
day,
no hard
beating the
shit.
same zombie
I don't want to
17
be hard.
times.
It looks great. Apparently, it's really well optimized on Steam Deck. I bought the Xbox version because I was like, I just want to sit on the sofa and play it without having to faff around.
Yeah.
Uh,
But you could do that on your Steam
there was
Deck,
a
couldn't
lot.
you?
I guess I didn't. Well, I didn't because it's Unreal Engine 5, and I'll be honest,
Yeah.
a lot of these Unreal Engine 5 games are so badly optimized. They don't
Yeah,
work
sure.
on fucking anything.
Gotcha.
So I wasn't willing to risk it.
Sure, I don't blame
So I
you.
thought, fuck it, I'll just get an Xbox because I know it'll run.
Yeah.
That being said, apparently they've done an amazing job of optimizing it, and it runs on anything. It runs on pretty much everything without any issues.
All
But
right.
who would know? I mean, you're not going to know this before the game comes out.
That's true.
Maybe one might just expect it to run well, but then.
Well, you would,
silly
but
naive
What
child.
were you?
What are you talking about?
That would be-
Expect games to
Would be
run.
very naive of you,
Are you on
Fraser.
your- Are you on drugs? You probably also expect your government
Yeah,
to
are you on
work right and
drugs?
not be run by a
Ah,
psychopath
jeez.
who's trying to
What was
kill
I
everybody.
thinking?
Yeah.
But anyway, prior to this game coming out, there was a lot of not derision, but a lot of talk about the combat being a
Yeah.
lot of combat heavy game and almost being a bit Souls-like. Oh, let's make
Uh-huh.
a Souls-like. It's not. I mean, in story
Well, not on
mode,
story mode,
there's
it's not.
like-
Yeah.
No, it isn't. It might
I
be
bet
in
if you
hard,
put
but
Dark
if you
Souls
wanna
on
be
easy
a
mode, it'd
fucking-
be piece of cake too.
Yeah, if you want to be a sadist, you go ahead and play it on
Well,
hard
yeah.
mode. I don't care.
Amen.
But it's fine. I mean, it's a bit repetitive. The combat is like dodge, like light hit, heavy hit, focused hit, and that's kind of about it, really.
And is that on par?
you're
I've never
gonna
played
love-
any Silent Hill games. Is that on par with the other games in the Silent Hill franchise? Okay.
No, the combat in these games is normally very basic, so it's
Yeah.
kind of just hit the baddie thing until
Okay.
it dies.
Gotcha.
So there is a bit more depth to this. There is a counter attack. If it flashes and you attack at the right time,
Yep.
you get a hit in which stuns the enemy that you're fighting.
Okay.
But you're gonna love this bit, Duke. The weapons
crafting?
break.
Ooh, the weapons break. Great. That's fun.
The weapons break.
Sure.
So I thought you'd like that.
Take this.
Oh
no.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So they only last so long, but you do pick up toolkits along the way, and that can repair a weapon. So
Okay.
it doesn't like. But once it's broken, it's gone forever. Pretty much like Breath of the Wild. Yeah.
Okay
Yeah.
then.
So, but you can repair them. So you
Yeah.
can repair them indefinitely, but you've got to keep on finding toolkits to allow you to do that.
I got you.
The leveling up system's kind of interesting. So in this game, you pray at a shrine, and if you picked up stuff, you can exchange it for points, and then you can use the points to get a random item, which you can then equip to upgrade your character.
Okay.
So it might be you have more stamina, or you might have more health, or you might have more focus points, or there's one of them called a clam, which allows you to. The enemies don't detect you as quickly, so the line of
You can
sight
sneak
shorter.
by more. Yeah.
Yeah, so you that's the other thing in this game. You don't have to fight everything.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? If it's directly in front of you and there's no way around it, then you've got to fight it. But a lot of the time, you can sneak. You know, if you time it right, you can sneak past a lot of the enemies.
Yep.
And there's not really a lot of benefit to fighting them. They don't drop any items. They don't give you any power ups. You don't earn any XP from killing them. So I'll be honest, I'm going to try and sneak past most of them because I don't see a lot of point in fighting them if I don't have to, because there's no gain to it apart from losing the health if you get hit.
Yeah.
The enemy design is great. I really like the enemy design.
They look pretty freaky.
I mean, they are. The first ones you come across are these almost like clockwork mannequins in human form that have like all bent over backwards, and the way they move is fucking creepy as hell.
Yes.
And they'll occasionally just scuttle really fast towards you. You know what I mean? They'll be moving really slowly.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden they'll just scuttle at you really quickly.
Yeah.
So you've got to be kind of ready for them, and they're kind of cool. And then the only other enemies that I've met were in like a parallel zone or like a different area. And they were fucking creepy as well. They were like these things that moved around the fours, but the faces were all caved in, and there were bits of flesh and brain hanging down. So they actually have done a really good job of the character, the character and monster design in this game. The story seems fine so far. I don't know what the hell's going on. You go to meet your friends.
Isn't that something that you would want from a story, is to know what the hell's going on?
Yeah, you've no idea.
Okay.
You sort of meet
Those
your
are the
friends.
worst stories.
Yeah, and then everything's just
You leave
fucked
the movie.
up.
What the fuck was going on there?
And you've no idea why. So everything just gets fucked up, and there's fog everywhere and monsters everywhere.
Okay.
But you don't really know what the hell's going on.
I don't really know.
I'm sure it will become clear as I play the game more.
I hope so.
So I'm kind of fine with that. I like it. I like it so far.
Cool.
It's about 12 to 14 hours to finish. So
you've played
I
one,
might
two?
get this done before I get back to work. I don't know. I'm going to try, but I've got a
Yeah, but
busy
you said that
week
about.
ahead,
I mean, to be
so-
fair to you and not Chinny, you did finish Adamfall, and he didn't think you would. So
I did.
yeah, but then you said
So
you were going to
that's
finish
one
like
out
4
of the way.
games. So yeah. And now
Well,
you've
I
added
finished
this to
two.
it
One
as
was
well.
a very short one, so
What was
I
the other
might
one?
get this finished. I'm gonna attempt to finish Mafia because that's fairly short as well. So I'm gonna.
Yeah,
try
but you
and
said you
finish
finished
that.
2. You finished Adamfall was the second.
I don't know, some other game I played.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Okay. Anything else about Silent Hill F then?
No, I liked it. I thought it was pretty good.
All right, cool. Is it time
yeah.
for our emails?
Yes, we can do that. Let's do
Okay.
that.
Whoa, that ruled.
Although I have got some news.
Oh my God, we have news. Okay.
Putting news first.
But not first.
Not first, yeah, well, we're doing that. Yeah, so the Xbox ROG Ally or whatever it is, ROG Xbox Ally X. I don't know what the fucking hell is the best way to call this thing.
Ally.
They've released the pricing for this. Have you seen this?
Oh no, what?
I heard $1,000.
Yeah, right, okay. So yeah, not quite as much in the UK, but fuck me. Yeah, so basically they've revealed the game. There's 2 models. So there's a basic model, and then there's a like Ally X, whatever, upgraded model.
Okay.
And the vanilla model is, I think it's is it $699? I have a feeling it's $699 in the US.
Let's say $699.
I'm almost sure it's $699 for a handheld gaming device. Sorry, $599. I'll take it back.
That's
It's
still too much.
$100
Way
less.
too much. Forget it. No way.
So the lower end Xbox Ellie will retail at $599, while the full fat one $999.
Jesus Christ. What the fuck are they thinking? I mean, there's a market for it, I guess, but
I do. But just to put that into context, the cheapest Steam Deck you can buy, I think, is $349.
yeah.
So you're going from $349 to $599 for the basic, and I think that it's something like $499 or $599 for the best Steam Deck you can get, compared to nearly $1,000 by $1.
Fuck out of here.
$1 off 1,000.
Yeah.
Is this a stretch too far? Who is paying that?
What do you think, Fraser? Are you going to get one of these?
I won't be getting one of these. I do not have the money. It's not that I don't have the money to drop on, $1,000 or whatever it might. I mean, it's going to be $1,000 Canadian dollars. Not much change out of that for a handheld. I'm not really a handheld gamer anymore. I could be tempted by a Switch 2 because of the library, but a hand. I talked about this the other day. Handhelds for me were probably good for traveling. Every time I've traveled with my Switch or my Game Boy or whatever, I never use them. It's not for me.
Nope, me neither.
Yeah, so much money. I mean, in the UK, we've not done too bad. I mean, it's still a lot of money, but it's £499 for the basic, and the £799 for the full fat. Well,
here's the issue I have with it, if I can interrupt and be so bold.
Yeah, of course you can.
Is that people will complain about the pricing for all this, but really, ultimately, do you know what? Build it. Build the most complicated handheld you want with all the nuts and bolts in it, and price it whatever you want. If there's the market out there and you think you can sell them, feel free. It's a free market out there. Go ahead. My concern and annoyance I have with the industry is that this perpetual, we have to have the best within our living rooms. We have to have the best machine in our living rooms to run these games the best that they can run. Whereas we could dial everything back. People can have reasonably priced machines running reasonable graphics. We don't have to have everything in 4K. I know we want, 4K is nice and 120 frames per second is wonderful, but the power to do that is just stupid. You have to pay a lot of money for that. And so pricing, I mean, I guess the market will dictate what it will accept at the end of the day.
I guess.
I think it feels like it's running away from us right now. I'm sure all of us are, most of us are feeling that right now. That's a lot of money for gaming, more than it ever was before. And it was never cheap in the first place. It was always a luxury pastime. But you would pay your $300 or $400 and you would have a console that would last you 6 years, whereas now the consoles are a ridiculous amount of money.
We talked about this last week. I mean, the consoles themselves are just constantly going up in price. You know what I mean? I think the Xbox has announced this week that they're upping the price of the S and the X in the US again. And, I hate to say it, Duke, but you're right. I mean, this is all thanks to Trump and his tariffs and all this stuff, isn't it? You know what I mean?
I hate saying it around me.
If it was wasn't fanning about changing prices for everybody, then...
there is that. There's a Trump tax, sure, on all this that we're probably seeing. A 10% uplift or a 10-15% uplift or whatever. But the whole market is driven this way, right?
And it's not like stuff was cheap
before Trump came in. This wasn't even changing. We were all looking at $1,000. We all had kids who were like, "I need the latest iPhone, $1,000 for a phone." You got to be kidding me, right? It's true. It's crazy.
It is crazy.
Crazy.
And it's this idea of actually I had a student who was like, "Oh, my birthday," and I'm like, "What do you want?" She's like, "I need a new phone." I'm like, "You need a new phone? Why?" She's like, "Mine doesn't work." I'm like, "In what sense does it not work?" She's like, "It's real slow." I'm like, "It's probably not that slow. I don't even want." It's this idea that this new thing is out there. Go get the new thing, and your old shit probably works fine. Now with mobile gaming, that's not exactly the same thing, and it's different when it's mobile gaming, but. I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of people for whom it's not, they're like you said, Fraser, if you're traveling, that's one thing. If you're commuting an hour a day, okay, I can see that being a good investment. But yeah, for me, hell no. I don't. The only thing I've looked at recently is apparently there are these things now. I don't even know what they're called. There's some Reddit that I don't remember the acronym, but it looks like a fucking Game Boy, but you can install like every game system, like PS2 and before. Like it's just thousands and thousands of games available. Yeah. So, but it apparently looks like you got to do a lot of work to make it happen. Like you buy the device and then you got to get to work tweaking settings and BIOS and installing shit and SIM cards. I'm like, fuck, I ain't trying to deal with all that shit.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
But you know, having one thing, it's like $70, and having one device that looks like a Game Boy that you could play all that shit. Like I would like to play Ratchet and Clank and Eco or whatever, all the old games from back in the day. That would be pretty cool to have that in that sort of format. I wouldn't mind having that, but to do all that work, fuck out of here.
Forget it. What's kind of interesting for me is, and I mean, I think Silent Hill F is a really good example of this, is that you can get these games to run on the Steam Deck and they can look pretty good at the same time. So if all the developers optimize the games properly like they should do, we wouldn't have to have upgraded hardware or super duper fucking ZX5 processor, fucking 10 or 20 or whatever it is, fucking 32 gigs of RAM and all, because you don't need it, do you? Obviously. Because some developers seem to be able to get it to run really well and look good, and others just can't seem to be arsed or don't know how. I don't know.
Yeah.
And I don't know what the answer to that is. So there you go.
There you go.
Don't know. But
okay.
I'm just
Any other news?
With a Steam Deck. No, that was only it. That was. I just remembered that we were about to do the emails.
Okay. So emails.
Back
we
to
already
emails.
played the thing. Yes.
Yeah, back to emails.
Right.
Yeah, we don't need to play the thing.
Nope.
So the one and only email we have this evening is from Jason.
Let me guess, Jason.
And he says 42, a meaningless number from a book.
Life, the universe, and everything.
So the meaning of life.
Meaning of life, the universe.
Meaning of life. Yeah.
Yes.
I hope the veterans have read the user manuals, Minority Report, and 1984.
Classic books.
Have you played Detroit Become Human? Yes, I have. Disco Elysium? Yes, I have. Deus Ex? A bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
You know, you guys played all of these?
Deus Ex I gave a lot of time
Deus Ex
to.
is the only one I played.
Yeah. After you seeing ads for hair growth, even though you have a full head of hair, that's Big Bro lacking. It's got Elton the Alien giving government AI licenses for 42 cents so they can read you better. What? Have you ever wondered what the younger generations will do when the brain chips are always online and the thought police nab them because they nodded their head and tapped their foot to the beat of an NWA song? If you disagree about time restrictions on screen time, you may need an enema, but a brain chip, nah.
See, I'm actually not too worried about that. I mean, that's a danger, but the biggest danger, in my opinion, is just putting everybody to sleep. Like, never mind about Big Brother watching you. I think Brave New World, in many ways, got it more correct in terms of what we need to be worried about. Everyone's just fucking comatose on Soma all day.
Oh, okay. So you mean, what do you mean, like a sort of what, like a Matrix type thing? Where
yeah, basically, right. You're in a simulation. Like, you don't care about what's going on around you because you're so busy staring at this screen right here all day. That's, that's
we might already be in a simulation, dude.
Well, I'm not talking about actually in a simulation. I'm talking about like people having their brains put to sleep. That's the problem, because then you're not citizens in the world. You're not involved in what your government's doing. You're not demanding a better, outcome, and that's a bad place to be in, man.
What if Rockstar put out GTA 6 and in a non-preachy way through gameplay, it became the take on kind words that we all needed, twerking with morals, just lessons in straight-up empathy and love thy neighbor after a gang war gone bad?
I think it'd be really hard to make that into a fun video game. I mean, I like the idea.
I
just can't imagine how you would actually
can't imagine that's true.
Twerking with
empathy. Hey DJ Confused. I'm watching Black Rabbit, Stu. You'd like it. Up your street, it would make a great video game. I don't know what Black Rabbit is. I think it's a TV series,
heard of that,
isn't it?
Mm-hmm. No.
It's a TV show?
Wasn't there a sequel, White Rabbit or something?
I have not a clue.
It's a drama on Netflix. Jason Bateman, Jude Law, Abby Lee.
Jude Law. No man likes Jude Law.
He's all right. What's
Yeah,
wrong
no
with
one
Jude
likes
Law?
Jude Law.
I like him. He's a good actor.
I like the look of Battle After Battle, by the way. I want to go and see that.
I'm too lazy
That
to go to
looks
the
pretty
theaters,
good.
man. Spinal Tap 2's out. I really want to see it, but we were looking at the times. And you know what sucks about it? The movie theaters used to have like, okay, this movie's playing tonight. It'll be at, 4 p.m., 6 p.m., 8 p.m., whatever. Now, because they want to have a lot of different movies in, because they can't rely on people coming out to see all the different movies, they want to have a bunch of different films. So now it was only playing at 6:30 p.m. I'm like, we can't get there after work, come home, take care of the dog, deal with the goats and everything, and then be in the theater by 6:30. Fuck out of here. And we've just been spoiled by streaming. Like, it'll come to streaming soon. We'll just watch it then.
Why is this not on demand when I want it?
Exactly. It should come out on demand day one.
Can I just say, by the way, we watched a really old film this week. We have a movie night every week.
Yeah, go ahead.
And we watched a really old film, and I don't know what I made of it, to be honest. It's meant to be, it's got amazing reviews.
This is the first time you saw it?
I will tell you what, first time I've ever seen it.
You're delaying because we're going to say, what is wrong with you? This movie's awesome.
Yeah, you are.
Okay.
Yeah, you are.
Wait for
so,
if it's Shawshank Redemption, I'm never talking to you again.
No, I love the Shawshank Redemption.
Okay, good.
No, it was No Country for Old Men.
What? You motherfucker! Are you kidding me? How dare you, Stuart? God damn it! No Country for Old Men. Come on, Fraser, help me out here.
Oh, I know. Look, all right. Hey, you know what? I'm one of those guys that, you know what? Oh, he's gone against the Coen brothers with Duke in the room. I better step back.
You can go against it. Coen brothers. Not every movie they make is great, but that one is. It's based on a Cormac McCarthy novel. It's fucking amazing.
I get
so
that, man. But
I think there is an
I'll be
element
honest.
of that movie. I'm just gonna play a little bit of devil's advocate here. When that movie came out, they were a little bit flavor of the month at the time. I think it got a bit of a lift for being a Coen Brothers movie more than the movie itself.
It's a great film.
Okay,
People were all over Jeff Bridges at that time. There were loads of people that were just.
Why do you ask, friendo? I got here the same way the dime
Let me
got
give
here,
you the-
friendo. Go ahead. What's the
20 years.
reason?
Right, let me
Javier Bardem is the man.
let me give you. Oh yeah, look, don't get me wrong. The acting is
All right, well, then
superb.
say
I mean,
that.
he is the creepiest serial killer ever. I mean, he just
Tommy
doesn't
Lee
give
Jones
a shit.
just did a great job.
But Tommy Lee Jones is great. But right, I have a bit of an issue with nothing movies.
It's not a nothing movie,
Where-
dude. The dude's running around killing people with a fucking hose thing in the
Yeah,
face.
but-
Oh, nothing movie.
But there's
oh,
no
boring.
meaning.
What do you mean there's no meaning?
There's
Of
no
course there's a
meaning.
meaning.
There's
Now,
no
here's what
meaning.
I think you
Okay.
mean, Stu.
Tell
Here's
me
what
this.
you mean. At the end of the film, the bad guy has not been caught, and we don't really know what's up with Tommy Lee Jones because he just tells a story about a dream. It takes work. You have to chew on it. It's not handing you nothing.
Why though? Why though?
You tell me. That's the thing about
Why,
that
though?
movie is we have to kind of like
And tell me this.
put it together.
Tell
in
me
some
this,
way.
right?
Yeah.
This obviously was set quite a long time ago before there was like tags and shit like that.
Well, 1980s, 1990s. Okay.
Yeah.
Long time ago. Yeah.
And
20 years ago.
He has a tracker that only starts beeping when he's in the vicinity of wherever the fucking bag of money is.
Yeah.
Right? But he still tracks him down from 30 miles away.
I
How?
know. That's fair. That's
I
a
was
little
like,
unrealistic.
What?
Fine.
What
okay.
the fuck? How does he keep finding him?
That's fair. But on the other hand, like, whatever, dude. Like,
He's
that's
got a
minor
beeper.
issue.
He's got a fucking proximity beeper.
Yes,
it doesn't work
you're
30
right.
miles away.
Yes, it's true.
How the hell does he know where
very
he's gone?
realistic in that sense. You're supposed
Let
to.
it go,
I mean,
man.
look. There's a suspension of disbelief that this dude is like really good at what he does, and he's
I
probably
refuse to
spent-
suspend my belief in
That's
movies.
fine. And if you're not willing to do that, okay, fine.
Now, let me tell you about Superman.
The storyteller does need to get you to, walk to the edge of the cliff, and then you'll jump, maybe. But on the other hand, like, that's like Diane. We were watching Clue. You remember Clue? The movie Clue. We watched that again because I was like, I hadn't seen it in 40 years. Let's see if there's any good. And we watched. It's not that great. You
Spoiler,
shouldn't watch
it's
it.
not.
It's not that great. But she's like, really? They all come to this house without knowing why they're there. I'm like, Diane, it's a fucking board game movie. Like, just let it go, man. Like, what?
But see, you say
There's
that.
100
but,
other
right,
things in that movie worth looking at. No
No.
Country for Old Men. Yes.
No.
Yes.
No, I disagree because
Woody Harrelson.
You are
We haven't even talked about Woody Harrelson's character.
You are the most pedantic man I know, right?
Yeah.
Who will look up every fact to fact check it
Yeah.
and make sure it's true.
Yeah,
Yet you're
fact.
quite willing to
In a
accept this guy can
fictional
track him down
story,
from 30
in a
miles
fictional,
away.
in a
with
movie with
proximity deeper.
100 other interesting things in it. I'm not worried about. Wait a minute. How does that tracker work? Who gives a shit?
No, but
It's about the nature of
but the
evil,
minute-
Stu, and the nature of evil isn't really concerned
I
with
get
how tracking
that.
devices
I
work.
get that.
Shall I
Well, the
pivot?
minute
Shall I
something-
pivot to Superman? I watched Superman the
Yeah,
other day,
pivot
and
to
I
Superman.
really enjoyed it. I gotta say,
Yeah,
the
I've
new
heard good
movie,
things.
and
I've
I'll tell
heard
you
good
why,
things.
because it was bright, it was colorful, it was fun,
And there's
it
a
was
lot of action, apparently.
It was a
Non-stop.
throwback to that 1978 Superman that a lot of us grew up on.
Yeah, Christopher Reeve, baby.
I'm sick of brooding superheroes. I'm sick of dark,
The
rainy
dark-
settings and all that crap.
Amen,
this
brother.
was fun.
Yeah,
it was a lot of
yes.
fun,
Sure.
and it had a dog, and the
All
dog
right.
was
Yeah,
good
can I
too.
just say, No Country for Old Men was not a fun movie.
It's not a fun movie. I'll agree with you there.
It's
I don't
definitely
think
not
even
a
the
fun
Coen
movie.
brothers would say it's trying to be a fun movie.
No, it's definitely not a fun movie.
What was I going to say? Have you ever seen, Fraser, the Saturday Night Live sketch where it was like the tryouts for Superman? Christopher Reeve was
No, I
guest
haven't,
hosting.
no.
I'll find it and send it to you. It's so funny.
Send
I'll put
it,
it on the
send it.
Discord or
Good.
something. Yeah, it's so classic. It's hard to talk about.
Anyway,
without giving it
let's-
away, so. Yeah, more to
let's
the email.
finish this
Sorry, go ahead.
email.
If everyone's done hating on great movies.
Why haven't you watched Melancholia?
What?
2011, Kirsten Dunst, Kiefer Sutherland, fiction
I like
is your
Kirsten
user
Dunst.
manual. I don't know. It sounds pretty interesting. Melancholia.
Science
I like
fiction
the
drama.
title.
Lars von Trier. I don't know who that is. Alexander
Lars von
Skarsgård.
Trier. He's been in loads of stuff.
Well, no, he's a film director.
He's quite. Oh no, of course he's the director. He's directed
Element of
loads
Crime,
stuff.
Epidemic, Europa. I don't know any of these movies. Anyway, go on.
Yeah, no. 31 Atlas is the mothership coming for you. Grab a telescope. It has headlights. Comets don't have headlights. Soon it hides behind the sun, but you'll still see it coming. It's a clover pit. What the hell?
Clover Pit, dude.
Clover pit, dude.
Oh my
You played
God,
that?
dude, we were just talking about it. Now he's talking
my
your language.
God.
This is a first. We have never had an episode where Jason Gallagher writes in about a game and someone on the show has played it.
Sailing out into the sky of a theatre near you. Maybe that's nothing to do with this. Is just complete coincidence, I reckon.
That's a pretty heck of a coincidence.
But hey, by the way, GameStop has 8.69 billion in cash and growing all
Would
the
you
time.
stop it with the
What the
GameStop,
fuck?
dude? It's not
What
happening.
the fuck is going on there? There's always a silver lining.
No,
I gotta
not
get
always.
back to the precinct before the captain starts bitching about my friends. So there you go.
Okay, well, thank you, Jason. As always,
Thank
some
you,
interesting things that
Jason.
you've said and some complete gibberish that we have no idea how to
Sorry.
respond to.
I'm completely baffled. Where did he go? Why does he use the phrase clover pit? What does that mean?
I don't-
Does it mean something? What was the context in his email?
Read that
again?
sentence
What-
again there, Stu.
So he said, hold up. So he said, comets don't have headlights. Soon it hides behind the sun, but you'll see it coming. It's a clover pit.
He's just
Sailing
he's
out
talking
into the
gibberish.
sky
I
of a
don't know what he's
theatre
talking
near
about.
you.
Did
I
he
don't
mean?
know. It could
Maybe
mean
he was trying
anything.
to talk about Clover Field, and then he switched the last syllable to talk about
I
pit
don't
in order to make a mention
know.
of this game he likes, or is it total
I don't know.
coincidence?
Did
We
the
can-
email come in after I'd done my chat?
I don't think so. That's the
No,
thing
I
with
don't
Jason
think so.
Gallagher, man. You just kind of have to guess what he's trying to say.
He is.
Just gotta guess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's
You gotta
got
try
skill.
and
He's got,
decipher it.
yeah, he's special.
Yes, that's certainly. the
So
way
we
to
have.
describe
Can we just say we have got two speak pipes? So let's play those.
Pipe, it's the way to leave a message
it's
for
crap.
us.
Okay, speak pipe number 1 is in fact speak pipe number 785, and it's from Anonymous. We have another one from St. Diesel, so that's not this. This is a different one from someone we don't usually get speak pipes from. So let's listen.
Hi there, veteran gamers. I just wanted to say how much I love the show. Stuart, you are quite literally the heart of the show. Your passion and open-mindedness for all types of games shine through every week.
Okay, this sounds like AI, like in John
It's definitely
Favreau
AI.
or whatever, like whoever the voice is. I don't think it's the person who actually sent it in. So I don't know what to make of this. All right, I'll keep playing it now.
Chinny, you always make me laugh with your laser sharp dry wit. And
Definitely
of course,
AI.
there is Duke. Anyway, keep up the good work, lads. Bye.
I see what you did there. That's cute.
Brilliant.
Didn't someone else do that once before with Chinny? Like, Stu's great.
I think
Duke's
so.
sound effects. And also, there's Chinny. So anyway.
I'm not going to complain. It was bigging me up, so I'm all right with that.
I'm just curious about what voice that was, because I get the sense that it's like a text-to-voice thing, or maybe it is AI. I don't even know how that works.
I'll tell you
these
what,
days.
though. It's come on a bit because that silky smooth was.
Well, it's also possible that someone did a cameo where they paid a celebrity to do that. And we're just too ignorant to know what celebrity was paid to do it.
I don't think so. It sounded too clipped.
I can't imagine. And I can't imagine somebody paying money for a stupid speak play. Not stupid, but a silly little speak.
I did like the inflection at the end there, and there's Duke. Right. Anyway, see you.
Anyway. Sure. All right. So this next one, number 786, is from Saint Diesel, and it's called Future Doubt.
Hey, veteran gamers. I thought I'd do something a little bit different with this speak pipe. I was travelling into Newcastle upon Tyne on the metro train earlier today, and one of the little electronic boards inside the train, which gives you information, said that today, the 27th of September 2025, is the 200th anniversary of rail travel.
Oh.
And I was checking into the information, and I was thinking, well, I don't think they're going to invent any more ways to travel than the ones we've got now.
Teleporting.
They invent some sort of Star Trek matter transporter, which I'm going to make a guess and say that's never going to happen.
Not with that attitude.
But how can I wrap this array around to video games? I thought, well, I don't think there's going to be any more ways they're going to invent to play a video game. And what I mean by that is that people's sizes aren't going to really change. The hand sizes, their eyes are going to be pretty much the same in the future. So I think what we've got now is going to be it. I mean, we've got the VR headsets, the augmented reality headsets. Some people like those. A lot of people don't. But I think what we've got now is it. I just wondered if you'd agree. Do you think there's going to be any way in the future we can play differently video games? And I don't think they're going to be able to hack into your brain, but I could be wrong on that.
It's impossible for us to predict the nature of innovation because, nobody saw the Wii coming and then it happened and we were like, okay, that's pretty funky. I think people will try to innovate in lots of new ways, but I actually do in some ways agree that the controller that we now use, whether it's PS, Xbox, Steam, whatever, it's pretty much a settled design as it should be. There's no need to change it really. Mouse and keyboard still working very well for PC gaming. I think we will get when Google Glass actually starts working, which it didn't work, before, and we had a lot of problems with people recording surreptitiously. In other words, people not realizing they were being recorded. That's a problem. But if you can get that sorted, I think augmented reality, the Apple Glass thing sucks, and you're right, Stu. I owe you money, whatever. It's not selling any copies.
Yeah, you do.
But on the other hand, I think that those kind of prototypes are important because we will eventually get to the point where we have little tiny things that will allow us to put something over our faces for not virtual reality necessarily, but augmented reality. I think that will be an innovation that eventually does catch on.
These things already exist, don't they? I can't think what they're called now, but you can get glasses that are like a normal pair of sunglasses.
Sure.
Which project a sort of 60, 70-inch screen in front of your face to play your Steam Deck on or whatever you want to connect to it.
They don't scale.
So that does
I don't
already
think they're working
exist.
very well, or they haven't been marketed very well in the sense of like what that next level is going to be, and also streaming gaming. Like it was supposed to be the fucking Ouya. Was that 10 years ago now?
Yeah,
I'm amazed nobody's made that work yet because that's another innovation that's going to.
Well, they do. I mean, I play Xbox cloud gaming all the time. I use that nearly every week when we do the Play My Game bits.
Okay, well, that's great.
So I use that all the time.
I'm hoping that'll.
I don't.
Go ahead.
I was going to say it's not advertised that way though. It's just kind of you can.
They're probably not ready to scale it up yet because if everyone did it, Microsoft servers would really be overloaded or whatever. So in the meantime, I'm downloading everything to my hard drive still, like some kind of caveman.
And it's not perfect. Don't get me wrong. You know,
sure.
you have to have fast internet, and it has to be stable.
Yeah.
And even then, there's sometimes issues. You know, but the vast majority of the time, it works pretty. Sort of 9 times out of 10, it works fine.
That's great. Fraser, what do you think? New innovations around the corner? Is there anything you want to see that hasn't been done?
I'm not sure if there's anything I want to see. I'm very inclined to sort of agree and say I can't really see the input devices changing. I feel probably like you do, Duke, that we've sort of reached a good design with what we have. But that being said, you never know. I mean, I sell like this equipment, right? And even just in the past 5 years, I've seen a change to the control software and all the sort of innovations, and the human machine interfaces on that has changed to a point where 5 years ago, everybody would have said, no, it's not going to be mainstream. And now it is mainstream because costs come down and it becomes affordable to roll this stuff out. I think it takes people like Nintendo to I mean, it sounds like something from Apple. They're brave, right? They're very brave to go out and try things differently.
And
but
they
we have to try things
right.
differently.
And they have the wiggle room in the market to do it. You know, people trust Nintendo in a way that they wouldn't trust Xbox.
I would say probably your next big innovation is going to come from increased processing power, the increase of like, whether you call it AI. I mean, AI to me is still a bit of a buzzword. I don't think it's going to be something like AI, but that ability to, you know, like we already have software all over the place that can read your eye movements and tell what you're doing and interpret what you're saying. And I think that once that becomes laser fast, we're going to see new ways to play video games.
You can talk to people in the game rather than just
even just moving your hands, you know, which Microsoft was trying to do
Natal
15 years ago with Kinect, right?
Kinect,
you know, but it was Kinect was. I wouldn't say
it was
Kinect
cute for a little while, but it didn't last.
Kinect was very clever, and you know, but the funny thing is, I've seen Kinect more times in the wild on non-gaming applications.
Yeah, sure.
Like if you go to, there's a lot of engineering applications where they're using Kinect, right, to read stuff or to whatever. But so I think there's innovation possible there. What is it, and how it will shoehorn into the games that we play? I don't know. We'll wait and see. But there's always new stuff. There's always new stuff.
There's always innovation. I mean, Apple did try with the new VR, but the fuck me, you had to carry a battery in a satchel. The fuck. I mean, that's not innovative.
Right, but we were all doing that with the first mobile phones. I mean, I remember
we shouldn't be doing that with a VR headset in bloody 2024 or 2023 or whenever
the point is that you have to do that for the early adopters have to do that, and then eventually they'll work it in some other way.
And pay $1,500 for the privilege. You know what I mean?
That's always early adopters.
Nonsense.
I mean,
that's why the people who bought the first Teslas, we owe with, you know, the people who bought the early adopters.
How much you pay for that DJ equipment there, Stu?
I paid about 800 quid for the
but tell us more about
this class is outdated.
Yeah, well,
this is totally outdated now. This is like
everybody's going to spend money on stuff that they think is cool or new or different or interesting. So,
but I still think this is a way more solid controller than some of the stuff you can buy now.
Well, I'm sure that's true. I'm just
that's
saying
why I got it
to
fixed.
Other people, they would look at that the way you look at people buying these headsets, you know, for a lot of money. And you were an early adopter of some VR stuff. You were an early adopter for the 3DS. So
I was.
To each their, and
I'm
that
the
was
PlayStation. I made money on my PlayStation VR.
You're smarter
headset,
than everyone else who's an early adopter.
I bought it. I pre-ordered it as soon as pre-orders, and I sold it for 200 quid more than I paid for it new.
I think the one thing I'm looking forward to is, you know, the innovation of, and again, this is going to be AI, and I hate AI, but it would be cool if, like, you know, and this is a long time coming, and it's really ridiculous we don't have it yet, but, you know, I type in, you have your character's name. I want the fucking NPCs to call me by that name. They're still calling you, like, the hero of Kvatch or whatever it is in 2025. It should be able to, you know, you put in the name Ursula, and then it should be like, pronounce it Ursula. Is that how it's pronounced? Yes. And then the characters can be like, hey, are you Ursula? Like that's something we should have in 2025. It's not an important innovation.
Here, let me tell you about AI. So my daughter did a search for my wife and I on AI the other day. I think she was looking something up. Anyway, she sent me the screen grab, and it had details about my wife. my wife and I on the AI response, and then at the bottom it said tragically Fraser Morse passed away in an accident in March 2020.
Jesus. Oh man!
So,
at least it didn't say March 2027, because then you're like, oh shit! It can see the future. So it said you're
so the
dead.
jury
That's
on AI is
crazy.
out for now. So unless I'm doing my best Bruce Willis impression,
I've never even thought
You're a
about this.
replacement.
But could AI do your family tree for you if you asked
Probably.
it to do that? I don't know.
I mean,
I
whatever
don't know if
information
that's
is
a thing.
available about your family tree on the internet, because that's all AI is doing right now, is it's just taking what's
Just
already out there.
scraping.
And I mean, it found some person named Fraser Moore who died in 2020.
I did
or
find out who that was
it?
actually. Yeah, and it was a tragic accident.
Well, that sucks.
Holy shit!
And his
That's
name was
just fucking
Fraser Moore,
freaky.
Okay.
not Fraser
Not
Morse. So
Morse.
AI. But you know what?
There's
Just
mores
please,
to
AI
this story.
If Duke can make that error, AI
That's
can
right.
make that error, right?
Yeah. I am AI, actually.
Maybe
Twist.
Duke's AI.
What a silly thing to say. Of course I am not. Ha 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 ha. Simpsons quote.
Wow.
Right. So that answers your question there, Saint Diesel. Thank you for
I
that.
think it does. We don't know. That maybe, right, and I'm going to put this out there. What about video game contact lenses?
Yeah, sure. I mean, that's that Google Glass next step thing, man.
Yeah,
so that
yeah.
the students
So
will have those,
it's-
and I will have no idea what they're doing, and they won't be paying attention to me.
Yeah, exactly. You've got
Yeah.
built-in screens
Sure.
directly on your eyeballs. What about
And then
that?
it'll really fuck our
Yeah,
eyes up.
and then we can really fucking bitch and moan about the price tag when those come out.
because we'll be capped.
Yeah, can you imagine how much that's going to cost?
$700,000
And then
a
the-
year. It's
How
going to be a
much does it cost
service,
for a
man.
micro battery?
Yeah, $20 a month.
Mind you,
for the
what
rest of
about-
your life.
They could be solar powered, so you have to stare at the sun all the time. That'd be fine, wouldn't it?
What, you mean you're not doing
What
that
about
already?
I like that.
Yeah, I do that.
Sir,
for 2
there's a
hours
fatal
every-
flaw in your design.
Yeah.
that? You'll be able to see as many video games as you like, but you'll also go blind.
Yeah, it's a small price to pay. All right, are we doing shout outs?
I think we can.
It's time for a shout out. Hey!
Hey, so I reckon it should be the guest first, so
I
Fraser,
reckon it
off you
should.
go.
Go ahead, Mr. Moore.
I'll give a shout out to Chinny. Hope he feels better soon. Sorry you're ill again. Again. Holy smokes, dude. Stop getting ill. Thanks to you two for inviting me on. Much appreciated.
You're very
and
welcome.
I'll give a quick shout out to my Hunt fellows, because I've been an absolute wanker online with those guys recently. I've been insanely stressed out and frustrated, and God, who would have thought a shooter online against real people
Would cause
toxicity
stress.
would bubble to the surface.
You know, the problem is just you need to get good.
I know it's a skill issue.
Yeah. Sounds like a you problem. Well, I will shout out Fraser not only for filling in pretty quickly at the last minute, but also, as I said last week, which you may or may not have heard, I dug that mix you did with the sort of Detroit techno sound, whatever your most recent.
Oh, I did
mix
hear that.
was.
Thank you very much.
That was
Yeah.
good. I like that. And
Much
shout out to
appreciated.
Amar. He sent me a cool video from Glasgow. And Antonio and I probably played Rocket League in the last week, but we haven't had a whole lot of time. I got grades due next Sunday at midnight, so it's going to be a lot of grading this week. But shout out to Chenny, feel better. Shout out to Stu for hosting as always. And shout out to everybody listening.
Yeah, very welcome.
Watching, everybody in the chat. We appreciate you. I'm talking about SLH, Searly, Mr. Nightlore, James Bevan, Anthony Stevens, C. Hutch, Stu Leck, Ian, Chill Robot, Sean
Lecky.
Teal, Antonio, and everybody on other platforms. Everyone listening on the podcast format. We love you. You rock. Get in touch. Speak pipes, emails are greatly appreciated.
They are.
Rumors
I'm
of
also-
my demise are severely, what do they say, overestimated.
Overstated.
Overstated. Yeah, that's right, isn't it? Yeah, I'm going to also shout out people in the chat: Ian, Chill Robots, Sean, who's been in the chat, GH Rocker came in towards the end, and
That's
Antonio.
Yeah.
Have fun with
obviously-
SLH tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm meeting SLH in the flesh again. And the last time, do you know when the last time I met SLH in the flesh, Duke?
2018.
It was 2018 at your when you
our
came
gathering,
over. That's the last
yeah.
time I've seen her
Duke's
in real
95.
life. So
What up? What up?
So yeah, it's been too long.
And shout out to Sean for recommending Planet Crafter, and shout out Real Kahuna for the cheese roller game we're gonna play next week for Play My Game, bitch.
Fuck that guy.
Exactly. So
Yeah,
shout out to Susan. I will
kinda
shout
hate
her
him.
out in real life tomorrow, so that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Chini, yeah, we hope you're better soon, mate. You know,
Yeah.
fuck me, keep getting COVID, man. Stop
Yeah.
mixing with people Do you know, this is the second time, if he did catch it at the snooker, it's the second time he's caught COVID from going to the snooker.
Is it really? Was the last time the same thing?
Yeah. I don't know whether it was the last time he had it, but I'm almost sure he's caught it
some
from
point in the
snooker
past,
before.
It caught him.
Yeah.
unawares. Well,
Going
be
to the
safe,
snooker,
everybody.
so-
Wear a mask.
Indeed, wear a mask.
If you're
man,
sick,
and
wear a mask.
stop
That's the
spreading
problem.
COVID.
It's one thing to get it when you're out in public. There's only so much you can do to protect yourself. But if you know you're sick, or if you should know you're not feeling well, put a mask on. I think there's a lot of people who are like, "No, I'm a guy. I got it. I don't need this." Fuck that shit, man. You're not doing your job to keep other people safe. If you had blood spewing out of your nose, you wouldn't just be like, I'm fine, it's okay. You would put something under that. You'd plug it up somehow. Well, the same is true if you got germs coming out. You should be. You got germs coming out of your mouth. Put a fucking mask over it, man.
yeah,
You're cheap.
Fraser would be the one who's coughing on everyone.
Yeah,
Don't
you guys
worry,
need to
I'm
man
fine.
up.
Yeah, fucking hell, you'll be fine.
Yeah, okay.
Here, have a bit of this spittle off me.
I don't go to work unless I got blood spitting out of my spewing out of my nose.
Exactly. Fuck you lot.
All right,
I'm
we done?
fine. I think we're done.
Okay, thanks, everybody.
Thank you very much, love.
All right, show's over. No refunds. You heard the robot. Get out.
Dog, he's all full of energy. Look at him over there. Oh, wait, you can't see his legs. Look at that dog. He's all rambunctious, jumping around. Calm down, Andre. Look at that wild dog. Tear this whole house apart. It's a wild dog. What am I supposed to do with that?
I haven't talked to you about this dog, Duke. So when did you get the dog?
During the summer, halfway through the summer.
And he
is named Andre. They said he was 6 when we got him, but then we took him to the vet, and they're like, he is not older than 3. There's no way. So he's between 1 and 3.
And have you had dogs before?
Oh yeah, we had a pit bull before this, and before that we had a lab collie mix. So
right.
Yeah, this guy's got a lot of energy normally. It's very funny that he's just lying there on the couch. Actually, you know what? Watch. Here, Andre, here, go get this. Hey, Andre, here, fetch. There he goes. Yeah, he'll play fetch all day. Go, bring it to me. He's just staring at me.
Doesn't look like he's playing fetch to me.
No, he's not. Here, I'll get him. Come here.
It looks like Duke's doing the fetching.
Yeah, I know. Andre's like, hey, what's going on here? That's right. You get back on that sofa, boy.
He's like, I ain't fucking doing no fetching. You can forget it.
Yep.
Well, I'll be on Zoom again tomorrow. I've got training in the morning.
Training? What's up with that?
Training for safeguarding adults.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, good luck with
before
that.
I go back to work, I've got training for 2 hours, 9:30 till 11:30 tomorrow
Woo!
morning.
2 hours of training.
Woo! Can't wait.
Yeah.
Woo! Training.
All right, I'm going to end the stream.